WIIFTBP. WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me. WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me.
If you're a business professional, have you ever wanted to multitask on your way to an important meeting instead of navigating through traffic? Fellowship Fleet Limousine and Bus Company is your solution for chauffeured ground transportation. Our company provides sedans, SUVs, stretch limousines, vans, and buses for corporate travel, airport transfers, and group shuttles. If you're a corporate travel manager, individual business professional, event or meeting planner, relax. Let us take the wheel. Visit fellowshipfleet.com to book right now.
Jackson. If you could make up a social media holiday, what would it be?
Randy said National Don't Let No One Put You Down Day.
No one. What you gonna do? So when they say something crazy, you slap them?
Be like me said. Remy said a Juke-a-thon day.
Man, we're about 60 years old. I'd be done had a heart
You gotta
attack.
get your heart rate up.
Okay, not that far.
All right, Mario said my favorite one. My friends and I do what we call National Call Off from Work Day.
As a business owner, I don't.
You don't like that? Yeah.
I don't like that one.
Because I'm the boss of this thing.
We got Marcus Garvey Day from Remy too.
Oh, Marcus Garvey Day. All right, what will we do on Marcus Garvey Day?
Call off from work.
I'm going to need you to go ahead and come in tomorrow. That would be great. Okay?
Yeah, right.
Every black holiday has something to do with calling off from work.
You're cool. I'm out.
How about National Join a Positive Black Organization Day? Because I don't want to be recruited. I don't want to be recruited and the brothers be like, thank you. Thank you. How about National Tell White People the Truth Day? Tell them how you really feel.
You can't handle the truth.
Why don't we call that National Black People Get Locked Up Day?
going to tell them there's an African-American man threatening my life.
Hello.
The most dangerous show in the morning.
My money ain't free. Why can't you just give it to me? I don't want to work for nobody. I'd rather keep doing me. Why money ain't free? Why can't you just give it to me? I don't want to work for nobody. I'd rather keep doing me. Why money ain't free? Up in the morning with the frown on my face, 'cause I know it's another day that I gotta face now. For people I don't want to see, working at a job that I don't want to be, breaking my back to the bone with nothing to show. But I got dreams and goals. But as soon as I clock in, I'm ready to go. So there's one thing I gotta know: why money ain't free? Why money ain't free? Why can't you just give it to me? Give it to me. I don't wanna work for nobody. I'd rather keep doing me. Why money? Why can't you just give it? Why can't you just give it? I don't wanna work for nobody. I'd rather keep doing me. Why money ain't free?
Working in that 9 to 5, got your girl hella tired. Why won't they let me be? Now I understand why my mama always used to ask, did I think money grew on trees? I got these bills after bills and they just keep coming. Working overtime but my pockets ain't flooding. Yeah, my funds low. Adult life is scarce.
Why money ain't free?
Why it ain't free?
Why can't you just give it
Why
to me?
can't they just give it to
I
me?
don't wanna work for nobody. I'd rather keep doing me.
Why money ain't free? Yeah.
Why can't you just give it to me? I don't wanna work for nobody. I'd rather keep doing me. Why money ain't free?
How the money ain't free. Every 5 minutes kids bothering me. They seem to think that money grows on trees. Always asking for allowance and clean one thing. I'm sick and tired of my funds being low. Spent the whole bag on the groceries at the store. Got a little something but I need a little more. And I'm a single mama, you should already know.
Why money ain't free?
Why the money ain't free.
Why can't you just give it to me? I don't wanna work for nobody. I'd rather keep doing me.
Doing me.
Why money ain't free? Why can't you just give it
Won't
to
you
me?
give it to me?
I don't wanna work for nobody. I'd rather keep doing me. Why money ain't free?
Why the money ain't free?
Why money ain't free?
Why money ain't free? Yeah, why money ain't free? Yeah. Ooh, I miss your kiss. Oh, your kiss is one of a kind. It feels so nice. Girl, you do it right. I miss. Ooh, oh, girl, you don't go too fast. You take your time. Just how I like. I miss. Hey. Oh, you kiss it, then I'm drifting off your love. Keeps me floating, girl. I miss. And ooh, it feels so good. I don't wanna come down. Girl, I'm missing that love. Come on. Ooh, babe, I'm missing all those kisses. Baby, bring those lips to me. Oh, babe, I'm missing all those kisses. Baby, bring those lips to me. Come on, come on. Oh, when you're not around, girl, I'm weak. I swear I be hearing things. Oh, yeah. And if I cannot have you dream, yeah. Hey. One day is too long. If I can hold you in my arms, if I can find a real good love, that kiss is a drug to me. Baby, your kiss is all I need. Come on, ooh, it feels so good, baby. Oh, come on, ooh, baby, I'm missing all those kisses. Baby, bring those lips to me. I miss it already, girl. I'm missing all those kisses. Baby, bring those lips to me. I miss it already, babe. I'm missing all those kisses. Baby, bring those lips to me. Oh, babe, I'm missing all those kisses. Baby, bring those lips to me.
WIIFTBP.
You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Todd Stoger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah. Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let this give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm concealed carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. I am in the building. That's right. It is the Maze Jackson Show on a Wednesday. You know how Wednesdays go. It's hump day. You been humping? Ain't nobody humping around.
Y'all remember that from Bobby Brown? Get up on your back, and ain't nobody humping around. Riis, you're going to have to put that in the catalog, dog. That's one of the moments. So on the Wednesdays, we going to be like, ain't nobody humping around. Right? You know, I don't know all the words. You know how it be like, and up on the back, and up on the act. Ain't nobody humping around. I can't even believe that was. We used to get away with all type of stuff in the humping around. And I mean, when that back to the butt, Big Brown.
I just said it so smooth, like like even y'all love songs, like, but it's just so smooth.
Yeah, right. I'm telling you, man. That Jodeci, R. Kelly, that whole, it started with Aaron Hall. Remember Aaron Hall? I miss you. I'm talking to you, baby. I miss you. We used to talk and laugh all night, girl. And you know, the whole thing was, he was like, you know, Aaron Hall. Have you seen any of the Aaron Hall videos lately? Aaron Hall be hot in the mud, be like, Aaron Hall is off the chain, bro. I'm going to tell you, Aaron Hall's off the chain. Do you know Gloria Velez? You don't remember, Riis, you don't remember when it was like the model, like during the late 90s, early 2000s, when everybody was trying to be like the video vixen. It was where Gabrielle Union came from. Yeah. But Gloria Velez was the Latina chick. Like when the Latinas, they said that, you know, Aaron Hall was on TV on a podcast bragging about he stole her from some dude. I can't remember. He said, I seen that. I walked up, I grabbed her hand, and I took her, and I just, none of that. Never mind, she was like 16 at the time, and he was like 30. Something crazy. Man, it was crazy. Hey, man, remember, you know how you know we were so smooth with it? Because, you know, you remember, bye, baby, dumb. It's like, do you remember when the big debate was, did he really say dumb snitch? And it's like, he did. He did. And I think, you know how you be like, let me just see if I get away with it. And can I tell you, women sing, don't let Bye Bye Love come on. Because by the time you get to the end of the song, she done been everything. He's like, dumb. You remember, you don't even know about, I'm talking about Riis. I know, you too young for that.
I remember, you talking about late 90s, and I grew up off that music.
That's when you was running around in Pampers, dog.
I grew up off that music. Man.
I know you was listening to your mama's stuff. That's your mama music, boy. Stop front.
The edge of it, you know, that's the edge. After that, it was V103, like the edge. Like,
man, V103 though.
The like 95 is like when my mama stopped listening to like GCL, like all the other ones back when 96.3 was back and all that. So
that's about right, Riis. Yeah. Like that's when 96 is when I got my job at V103.
Yeah,
and they had just taken it away from being a house music station, right? And they was like, we play all R&B, so they would play like the songs that had raps in them. And take the rap out. I'd be like, man, I used to work at V103. Man, I hated it. I'd be like, you know, because 106 Jams was down the hall, so I wanted to work at 106 Jams, but I got hired at V103. So it'd be like, and now, like, you'll be like down the hall, like all the rappers, all the people you ever heard of in the whole entire world. I'd be outside. We'd be like, and next, Jeffrey Osborne. Jeffrey Osborne's coming to the studio. All the old ladies be like, yeah, Jeffrey Osborne. Meanwhile, like Biggie, Tupac, you know, everybody walking down the hall. They'd be like, wait, you know, the interns at Power 92, not Power 92, at Soul 106, like not Soul, at 106.3, 106 Jams. You was an intern there because you didn't care about getting paid because it was the plug. Man, I remember my man Big J. He is now the manager for Avon. But like, Biggie came to town and your job was to drive him around. Like, dog, the day I was supposed to be the stage manager that Biggie was coming back, he got killed that weekend. Like, that next week, I was in charge of the Biggie Smalls show at the Regal Theater. He got killed. It was the same. So we had the Brat came to fill in for him. And that's when old girl from Total was like, "Can't you see?" That's when I realized the brat was. I was like, "Dad." She was like, "Cause you know when you like young, and you think you moving around, so you like, I think she looking at me." So you be trying to halfway be like move around, but being man, the brat was like,
looking at that girl next to you.
That's when I was like, oh, that's how these things work. Got it. All right, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man DJ Riis, the ruler. Riis, how you feeling, man? I see you got your drip. I'm gonna start taking. Is it we gonna call it your mood hat? Because yesterday you had your smiley face emoji hat on. Drip day is payday. So now he got his drip hat on. What's up, Riis? How you feeling, man?
Man, blessed by the best. You already know the rest. I don't know. I've been having sleep insomnia lately, man. I only been sleeping like a couple of hours a day. I don't know what's going on.
You gotta work some more, man.
I gotta
work. Put you. You gotta beat you down until you just dead, till you fall in the bed and go to sleep. You ain't got no choice.
I actually did a lot yesterday, man. I left one Jackson, took it like an hour break and had to go to another.
Oh, you had some Jackson Oh,
and then
you got to watch them Jacksons, man. They get on the streak, and then the next thing you know, they'll run you down. You better get it.
Yeah, man. They put me in. One of them put me in a costume. I don't even know what costume it is, but apparently I'm supposed to be in a full Christmas costume. So.
Ho, 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 Merry Christmas, my foot. Yeah. I'm going to tell you what Santa really put under my so-called tree, but in reality, look like a decorated pole to me. Well, you talk about a tree. It makes me wonder, because I never had a tree to put anything under. If I ever did look up and get a tree, it was never anything under it for me. You don't even know it, Riis. That's B Street, boy.
I love to hear some old school rap. It be so funny and so basic. Yo, it's your boy B.
Hey, man, I B Street. He be like, she said, eat your grits. Wait a minute. He said, how's your grits? He said, what did he say? My rap too slick, my tongue too quick. I got gallant talent like a magic trick. And then his mama said, eat your eggs before I break your legs. That's classic, boy. That's classic.
It sounds like they took an episode of Good Times and turned it to a song.
It was. It was the Bronx version of. It was a Bronx Good Times. Man, you ain't ever seen B Street?
I probably did.
Oh no, dog. You like. Here's the thing. All y'all, we might have to do this one day. What? So I was a Beat Street dude, not a breaking dude. I hated breaking. I hated all the breaking movies. I liked Beat Street. You remember Beat Street, the king of the beat. I see you rocking that beat from across the street. A Beat Street is a lesson too, because I can't let the streets beat you. Rah! A picture can express 1,000 words. You ain't ready, Riis. You ain't ready, man. You ain't ready see Beat Street. See, y'all see yourself too much on TV right now. Y'all seen yourself too much. When B Street came out, it was like, hold on, that's a black dude? And it was black people. Then once the white people got on, remember when they started making the fake white breakdance movies? You don't remember, Riis, because you ain't sneaking. I saw B Street at the movie theater. I saw Breaking at the movie theater. And I was like, and when I saw Breaking 2, when they had I was like, that's a string. That broom ain't dancing. That's when I ain't like the California. That's when I knew I ain't like the California. Like, something is funny about the California black people. They like a different type of black. Riis, I feel like you could be a California black person. Because they a little different type of black. They a little, I don't want to say eccentric, but they got the blend going on. Riis, I could see you being a surfer, dude. I could see you walking up like, hey, dude. You might not get in the water, but I could see you being on the beach. I could see you being on the beach, though, being a surfer dude lifestyle. Yes, I could. I could see you putting on some SpongeBob shorts.
I'll be faking the funk, but I'm just.
But I ain't getting out there on that. I ain't getting that. I ain't getting on that damn surfboard. Man, I was watching this 100-foot wave thing. I was like, see, that's white people stuff right there. Like, hold on. So you're going to pedal out to the ocean to run up against a 100-foot wave that you know can kill you. And you done seen your friends die. And you like, yes, I got to do that.
Yeah, you count me out that one. I'd be the one on the side taking the pictures.
I will, man. You had the best picture. You had the best video ever.
I got you,
man. And when you wipe out, I'm gonna get it all. I'm getting it all. When they recover you, I'm gonna have it all. You will have a documentary. I will not move from behind the camera. So when they scoop you up, they put you gonna be like, damn, you got it all, dog. I got it all.
Got it all.
I got every bit.
From the part where you try to go that way.
When I told you, don't do it. Don't let these white boys trick you, dog.
You can edit me laughing in the background.
You're right. I muted when I was laughing. Like, you ever watch these videos where people be doing like this? Watch this nigga. And the people on the video rooting for you to fall, right? Like they. All right, y'all. I don't know. It's Wednesday. That's why. I don't know. It's just Wednesday, and we just started doing it. This is the Mace Jackson Show. Hey, Riis, Toy be biting me, dog. Make sure you tell her. But today on Wednesday wait. Let me back up because y'all millennials. Is this y'all week off or is y'all doing the show?
No, we got y'all.
Y'all doing the show at all? What you doing?
We doing something. We actually got. Well, I'm not so much, but we actually got the one before Christmas. We go Wednesday.
God, Wednesday. We should do a Christmas party. Y'all should do like a week. I have so many visions as to what could be done with that show. Like, just the extensions of it. Because you could do so much stuff that I can't do. Like, did you ever see Luke After Dark?
Yeah. Uncle Luke?
Did you see the time on his show when he was sitting on the couch and right next to him, the person was on the couch getting it?
Yeah, man.
And it was like the show, and it was like, Uncle Luke was a pioneer. Anyway, it's the Mace Jackson Show. I don't know. I'm going to stop. Riis, I got a few headlines. I'm going to get these. I'm going to run through these bad boys. I'm going to run through them. Here we go. Ready? Speed headlines. Dreadhead Cowboy sentenced to 90 days in the Hoosgow.
Is it day for day?
Riis, see, there you go. I don't know, dog. It's contempt. He got contempt of court from the judge because he said the dog ate the flash drive. Okay, so Angela Kilpatrick, can we please call the public defender? And can y'all please help the Dreadhead Cowboy stop representing himself? This could have been done, but it's like Riis, he's told the judge that the dog ate the flash drive. And then the judge told him don't talk no more. And he said, don't let me. You know how the judges be, dog. When the judge be like, don't talk, and you be like, I was talking. Will you let me talk? You don't tell the judge, will you let me talk? I know you want to. But he was like, the judge was like, that's it, 90 days.
Not too bad.
See, Riis, there you go.
90 days. And it's over?
No, it ain't over. It's 90 days for contempt, and then you got to come back to trial, dog. He got 90 days.
For contempt.
He got.
Oh, man.
Riis.
You done gave them a free 90, bro.
That's Riis. First of all, ain't none of them free. Like, here go the league, Joe. Like, Riis, I know that. See, this is the thing with black folks sometimes. They be like, oh, just 90? Just 90? Hold on, homie. Riis.
45. It'd be all right.
Riis. It'd be all right. See, that the normalization of that, though, is a problem. Right? Like, because I'm telling you, dog. Let me tell you, Riis. I remember when they closed the door and I was at a week. They could have had me sign any paper. It was literally my attorney being like, do not sign the paper. I'm like, man, I want to go home. Like, when they be talking about people flipping, I know how people can flip.
I was just going to say,
dog. Now, you know what? I feel like, hey, Joe, till you know what the lick is, like if when they close that door and them people be howling, you can stop that bull. No, I could tell you, I know plenty of people, if they close that gate and it was you or me, they like, hey, Joe, bring me that paper. Riis going up out of here, Joe.
Never.
Riis.
Never.
Okay, I'm just telling you, Riis.
Never. 90
never
days.
say never.
That's what I'm saying. So I thought it was 90 days and it was over. But I'm just saying for like 90 days and
not 90 days. If you got a case and you get sentenced to 90 days,
right?
Yes.
That's
when the option is 9 years or 2 years or a year and a day, and you get 90 days, yes. But 90 days for contempt because you said the dog ate your damn flash drive?
Well, that's really the reason why he probably went, because he didn't shut up when the judge said
that. Riis, I understand. I'm not doing no days. Damn none.
Did he have a suit on?
Riis, he had on his cowboy hat. They said when they took him away, he left his cowboy hat on the table. He
had his cowboy hat on in court.
Riis, it's you seen? I'm saying like you seen the dreadhead cowboy. You talked to him. He's been here on the show. Right? Hey, bro, I'm just telling you. I feel like somebody needs to step in. Somebody needs to step in and just be like, okay, dog. That's all I'm saying, Riis. It's not funny, man.
Why you have his hat on in court?
Riis, because he is the dreadhead cowboy.
Yeah.
Cause I'm a rhinestone cowboy. You got to look. You know what he did though?
He the Cook County dreadhead cowboy.
You know what you did? You got to know when to hold up, know when to fold up.
You're not singing,
know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money. When you're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting.
Well.
When the case is done.
Well, the bad thing about it is that he is spending, days in jail. I'm
just saying, and this is all, and I feel like Lori Lightfoot just played him to the left. She had him, remember he was now let me ask the question. You think she hired him after she saw him at a party? You think the man, what you think at the party?
No. No, because the men don't go to them type of parties.
Sure they do.
No. Remember who's the mayor. Remember what her cup of tea.
Boing, 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 like on Shy.
She likes.
Hey, I've been listening to this. I got it.
Yeah,
next.
Yeah,
all right.
Man.
But I thought that was okay. I'm gonna leave that alone. I don't know. I thought it was the objectification of men. Right? Like I thought they would enjoy, like I thought the whole point of women having strippers is like the reverse, just to objectify the men. To, make them dance for $1, see how far they can get it, where, right? You know, Riis. I just figured it was like the flip-flop. And like sometimes they just be having it just for debauchery. I don't know. But I do feel like, so you don't think the man met him at a party?
Nah, not at all. Not at all.
You're like, I don't want no parts of that.
And I hope he all right, man.
I'm praying for it. Can we, Angela?
Send him some money or something.
No, we need to send him a lawyer. Angela Kilpatrick, could you please get the public defender to tell him to y'all gonna take it over? Because this could have been done. All right.
We had a public defender. Usually he come in and sit with us too, don't he?
Yep.
We got to bring it up to him.
I'll bring it up to him. But he'll be back next month. Dude will still be in. So
he coming in December, ain't he?
Yep.
That's this month. It's D4. It's D1 today.
Oh, it's D1. D1. All right. December 1st. It's the first day. It's the first day of Christmas.
I'm sorry. I thought you was going the first of the month. My bad.
It's the first of the month.
My bad.
It's the first of the month. Wake up. It's the first of the month. I'm feeling musical today. Can you tell?
90 days.
The dog ate my flash drive.
That's the best.
Dog, that's the dog a gun in your face. That's all you can come up with?
Hey, you should have said the horse ate it. Like, it's either.
Oh, damn. That would have been a good one. No, but they confiscated the horse.
Oh, they confiscated the horse.
Dog. I mean, I'm just saying, Riis. You told the judge. The dog ate my flash drive. Oh, Riis. He had the unmitigated gall to tell the judge, please find unmitigated gall so you can hit the button. And by the way, can I just tell y'all that I ain't going to even tell y'all what I heard through the grapevine about unmitigated gall. Y'all was mad, and ain't nobody else mad. You know, Riis, you see how people be doing? Like, dude was telling a joke, too. Now, y'all want to be sensitive, and I got to be the senior abuser. And he was laughing, too. The unmitigated gall of y'all. I can't even say it right now. Y'all done messed it up for me. Look, it's the Maze Jackson Show. Riis, when we come back, let's welcome our WBGX listeners. And at the top of the hour, we just for my girl Boosie talk about, they be like, dog, if we don't play Dante like in, they be like, is he banned again? No, he ain't banned. Dante in the Hall of Fame right now. Dante is in the WIIFTBP Hall of Fame. Because the way he did that song and the way y'all acted, yeah, Dante is in the WIIFTBP Hall of Fame. And shout out to Maurice Mahan. Because Maurice Mahan was posting and being like, and he took it like a champ. It's kind of hard to tell somebody you number 2. Especially when you talk the person the song.
I mean, that,
but you don't have to find me.
I wouldn't be mad about it, because it's like I'm 1 and 2. You know what I'm saying?
Well, right, because Dante was like, I learned it. He taught me this song over the phone. Because you don't have to find me. I'm walking right behind you. Because it's so clear to see. Yeah. Hey, you know what? Maurice didn't leave his hat, though. Maurice showed up. Can I just say this? Now, you know the heat in TP was on. Maurice ain't no little dude. This dude had on a leather and a fur. Full leather, full fur, cowboy boots, with a whole suit on, with a hat. That brother must have lost 5 pounds on stage. Because he was sweating. But boy, you don't have to find me. He was like, oh no, you're not finna show me up in this mug. You know how it was like, you ain't go get it, Flash. Anyway, man, it is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man, DJ Riis, the ruler Riis. Let's take off into the break. And then when we come back, we can finish up some of these headlines, plus the social media question of the day. Hey, y'all, this is the Maze Jackson Show on the Soul Plane. We are up, and away. We'll be back after these messages.
Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break.
WIIFTBP. Broken screen? Crash system? Are you in need of spyware or virus removal from your computer? Well, contact RPC Computer Repair in South Shore and let us help you with all your computer repair services and print needs. Need office or print production services, copies, scans, fax, or even notary service? Then stop by and support RPC Computer Repair and Print Shop, located 1741 East 71st Street in the 71st Street corridor, newly revitalized South Shore areas, and let RPC be your one-stop shop, where we believe RPC is your PC. RPC Computer Repair is also a UPS access point where you can drop off and pick up your important packages. So let RPC be of service to you. Call RPC Computer Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. through 6 p.m. at 773-966-4457. That's 773-966-4457. Visit RPC at rpccomputeringinc.com for more information.
And now, traffic and weather.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 6:39 a.m. and I'm Riis the Ruler with your Chicagoland area traffic and weather report. Start on the Kennedy O'Hare to the Loop is 27 minutes, 17 minutes outbound to O'Hare. On the Edens inbound from Deerfield to Exchange will be 33 minutes. Exchange back out to Deerfield, 28. On the Eisenhower, we got 35 minutes from Thorndale to the Loop and 29 minutes back out to Thorndale. On the Stevenson from I-355 to the Dan Ryan will be 37 minutes, outbound 30. The Bishop Ford from I-80 to the Dan Ryan will be 39 minutes, 28 minutes back out to I-80. On the Dan Ryan, it's 16 minutes to the Loop, 15 minutes back out to 95th. On DuSable Lakeshore Drive South, 55th to Jacksonville to Jackson to 55th is 7 minutes and 8 minutes north, Randolph to Bryn Mawr and Bryn Mawr back to Randolph. In today's weather, it is currently 43 and cloudy. Today will be a high of 48 with a low of 37. I'm Riis the Ruler, and here's Lex with Interstellar here on the Maze Jackson Show.
In in my zone. I found these truths far from you. In my space, in a stellar mode. Yeah, I finally got my mind right again. Yeah, now I know there's no time for pretend. Yeah, I come alive in the moonlight. See me shooting across the skies. Don't you know stars were born to fly? Yeah, I've been searching, crowding, looking for a way out. I've been hurting, falling, but I think I found my way now. I'm on my own, far from home, lost in space, in my zone. I found these truths, far from you, in my space, in a stellar mode. Yeah, I finally got my mind right again. Did it all in spite of the hate. Every time they said that I can't. Nebula, they run through my veins. Every molecule in the strands. Senses feeling some kind of strange. Damn, I think my name's Spider-Man. Jump out the window and swing for the dreams that just might be. Never gonna let go. No, to the man in the mirror look like me. Drifting through the cosmos, oh, far away from your lies. I realigned all my goals. That's a constellation of mine. Yeah, I've been searching, crawling, looking for a way out. I've been hurting, falling, but I think I found my way now. I'm on my own, far from home, lost in space, in my zone. I found these truths, far from you, in my space, in a stellar mode.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Hey man, I be hating when I like songs and they don't be coming on the station. I'm gonna start acting up. If I don't get me, I'm gonna have a Christmas special. We should have a Christmas special. It's that time of the year. Like, we should call Mo Fitz we should have like a straight up, like, have people come sing Silver Bell, Silver Bell. We should sing, and this Christmas will be a very special Christmas. And you know what? You know my favorite song. I love Mariah Carey. All I want for Christmas is you. Y'all don't like that song? I do, man. It's something about Mariah Carey, Joe. I don't know. I know people be tripping on her, but man, she could sing, dog. And that song make me happy. Like, I don't know what it is, and I ain't like no Christmassy dude, but that song does. And you know what? You know we gonna get in trouble this week. Because you know what I need you to find? Riis, and you got to go ahead and find it. Have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Man, I used to love when TLC did that. And it's Christmas time in Hollis, Queens. Mom's in the kitchen cooking collard greens. Y'all ain't ready. Then you got to put ham, beans, ram, tomato, ham, ram, right? Riis, you ain't ready, Riis. You don't see if Riis, you was on top of your game, you'll have a Christmas mix. You have it all. You be like, ding, 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 ding. What's up, y'all? This is DJ.
I be just
Riis.
The alerts, man. You know, you like, man, you don't want to.
But Riis, I'm saying, like, you. If I was Riis Derula, I have DJ Riis Derula's Christmas mix, Christmas hits on SoundCloud. Check me out every day. You know what? You want to have a week 304 Christmas? Check out our playlist. Santa Claus, Mommy Kiss. You could be playing all the nasty, like, you know, not all the nasty ones, but like all the Christmas songs, like, you know, you got to go find an Adina Howard Christmas song, right? Like, you got to go find like Evelyn Champagne King Christmas. You know, because back in the 80s, Riis, I'm telling you, like, bro, you got something, you be scared. You don't want to go to church. That's okay, though. I know, because you probably would. Oh, I forgot I'm not talking to Church Chicago. If I was talking to Church Chicago, I'd tell you, but I'm not talking to them either. It's okay. It's all right.
What they do? Oh, they show up.
First, they ain't give me a shirt.
They got you 2 shirts, though.
2 shirts, 2 weeks late.
A week late. And because they ran out your size. They got you the first one. First
no,
out the press.
No, they did.
And like
you had it. I came in. I saw Reese. Remember, I said Reese. I saw you wearing.
My letters came off. Man,
so they sold you. They gave you a faulty shirt. So I
just saying they gave me the trial. And they was like, boom, we'll get made the real thing.
Reese, I see how you be trying to cover. I see how y'all young people be trying to cover for each other. It's okay though. It's all right. You know it's gonna be that one day when I'm just be like everybody will be ha ha ha. I'm gonna be like it now. Since you ain't give me no shirt, it's okay though. You know I'm petty. I am. I'm sensitive about these things. It's like, and they lucky they got Angie, because if it wasn't for Angie, if I ain't owe Angie a phone call back, I'd really be acting funny. But since it's like I can't be too mad because Angie like one of the nicest people. She like, Maze, you haven't called me back in 12 weeks. I'm sorry, Angie. It's like I be getting on the and I be like, man, because I be thinking like, we gonna still do this or not? I'm just playing. All right, it's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. My man, DJ Riis, the ruler. We done took the soul plane off. Riis, dreadhead cowboy. The dog ate my flash drive. Would that work?
No, not at all. You just sometimes you should just ask for a continuous. You ain't ready. Just ask for a continuous. Like, just can we just put it on another date? You know what I'm saying? Like when you went in the court, like you know how you like prepare it. Like did you like prepare what you're gonna say?
Okay, Riis. This is Riis. No shade, Riis. You was here. You synced it. So now, are you really? What are your true expectations, Riis? Like honestly.
But you had enough sense to know.
Hold on now. Was you here when we did the interview?
I was.
Okay, Riis. My man took the horse on the damn right. Okay, who gassed him up? That's what I want to know. We got to call whoever gassed him up to be like, that is a good idea. But I know you probably was like, damn, if Father Flager could do it, why I can't do it? I know the horse was like, what the hell is going on? What are these cars? Like, dog, you got me out here in traffic? The horse is like, wait, where are we going?
This is a different type of horsepower. Right?
The horse is looking like, wait, dog, we going on the damn Ryan? Like, on the damn Ryan. The horse is probably like, this is some bull. What you got me in here, dog? What you got me in here doing? No shade. Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, Lord help the man. Riis, Juicy Smouye. Juicy. Juicy Smouye. It's juicy. You ain't see Dave Chappelle said Juicy Smouye. We call him Juicy Smouye. Juicy. Okay, Riis. I'm gonna ask you this question every day of the trial. Now, Riis. Yesterday they exposed the text messages between Juicy Smouye and the Africans, in which they said, I'm gonna need you to have a hookup, da 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 da. Right? It's from Juicy's text message to the Africans. They back and forth. Riis, you still rolling with the lie, even though you still rolling with the lie. You in the court, they putting your text messages on the screen from your phone. They saying, is this you?
Your Honor, people call me every day and tell me that the warranty of my car is expired. They can hack into anything. This thing can be made up. Like somebody hacking to people cracking cars, people doing all this. So you trying to tell me that you can crack my car, but you can't crack my phone? It's digital. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I didn't send that. It's not in my records. It's not in my phone. Look at my phone. It's not in my phone. I didn't send it. Anything is possible. How we know it ain't Photoshop? But I'm trying to tell you, Your Honor, it was not me. Boom, that's it, bro. When you gotta roll with, you
rolling. So you rolling with this all the way to the joint. Like if they say Riis, all right, tap out now. Riis, okay, look, tap out now, and we gonna hit you on the hand. We gonna give you a week. You gotta sit in the county for a week. If you tap out now, you gonna keep on with this lie, or you gonna keep rolling.
What's my alternate? A week, and then like us, the big one, like the big one.
But you take it. You got 3.
3 years.
Yep. Now you in day 2 of court. You only got 2 more days. Judge said we stand in this mud. We done by Friday. Right now, they putting up your text messages on the TV. They like Juicy, this is you from the Osundario brothers.
I'm a celebrity. I change my number all the time. I'm not
So
even,
you rolling with it.
I'm not even sure if I actually still had that same number at the time, Your Honor. You know, come on. I don't even manage my own social media. I could have been one of my assistants with the cell phone. And now since I'm looking at the text messages myself, I can't believe that my assistant had the unmitigated gall to actually set this up and have me get. So the whole time I'm thinking I'm safe, but it's my own account working against me, Your Honor. I'm glad I'm here to discover this because I'm just as shocked as you are that these crimes are happening to us out here on these streets. And I just want to be the example, the pillar to show people that
Okay, this is coming from Mr. 7 dudes got me in the alley. Okay? So I'm just telling you, like Joe, Riis, so you rolling. Riis is rolling with the lie till it's over. Right? They could put, like, your mama gonna be there like, Your Honor, I must testify. Mama, Riis, you rolling with, so...
My mama testifying?
Yeah.
She mad because I cut her off, Your Honor. I'm rich and she mad because I won't pay her bills. So now you gonna bring my mom into this, ma? Huh? Dang, I loan you $200. That's all the way we going.
Oh God.
All the way.
Riis, you going to the end. You just going.
All the way we going.
Oh Jesus.
You can't turn back and so forth.
Okay. So let me ask you a question. Have you ever encountered a Riis? Like when you know you done caught somebody dead to the left and the right, and they just like you be like almost to the point where you know they lying, and you start to ask yourself, did I miss this? Did I do something?
Or you know they lying, and you start like asking them, oh yeah, man, you did what? Yeah, and you know the actual story, but you start asking them more to see what they're gonna say. Yeah, man, I did this, and oh yeah, all the time. But you gotta roll with it, man. He a celebrity. He can get hit so many twists and turns, man. He ain't have his phone, man.
I'm just telling you. So at the end of this, though,
all he wanted was a sandwich. That's the reason why he kept it, held to him while they beat on me, Your Honor. I was hungry, Your Honor, and I went outside of Chicago thinking that I can be just a regular. I just want to be regular, Your Honor. I just want to be regular.
Riis. Okay, y'all. For real. How many people have ever met Riis before? Not this Riis, but a Riis who will do that. Riis, have you ever had somebody lie to you in your face to the point, and you know they dead, so you caught them in a lie, but they lying so convincingly and they ain't coming up off it that you just give up? Or you just be like, all right, just, this what we going with. And you just be like, all right. Or you be like, okay, maybe I did miss this. Like, no, like, is your best bet to just never admit it? Just be like, nope. Damn, Riis, you going. I'm saying they don't put the man's text messages on the big screen from his phone.
That his assistant clearly has.
Dog, was your assistant? Where was your assistant, man? Your
my assistant has all my stuff. You know,
but you was alone. There was no one in your apartment when we found you, sir.
Man, where did you got Apple Share, man. They had it logged into it. All my information, all my Apple ID was logged into our work tablet. That's why you can see our messages because it's the same ID. So it looked like it's from me, Your Honor, but it really not. Yeah, Your Honor, I had a sandwich. I went out to go and get a sandwich, Your Honor. That's the reason why I fought to hold the sandwich to let people know.
You fought the F back. He said, I fought the black. Oh Lord, yo, Riis. Okay, Riis, I'm moving on from this headline because this is exactly how I go. Like, we took 20 minutes. This dude is still holding on to the lie for somebody else. Riis got it mapped out. All right, y'all, this is the Maze Jackson Show. Let me run through some more headlines. Cook County, 1,000 shootings. First time, Riis. 1,000 people shot in Cook County, bro. Been a minute. Black Death Hustle. Today at 7 o'clock or about 7:15, we are going to be talking to Bishop Larry Trotter in regards to what is going on. Hold on. Send me your email. We're going to be talking to Bishop Larry Trotter. Bishop Trotter was in the news saying he held a press conference saying that Related Midwest, who is the owners of Parkway Gardens, you know where O Block is, should not be able to should not be able to get a casino, considering how they have treated our communities. That's pretty interesting. Remember I talk about the Black Death Hustle? So these dudes are making, Parkway Gardens, y'all know where Parkway Gardens is, right? 63rd King Drive. The same company that owns a bunch of luxury buildings as well. And now they are teamed up with Neil Bloom to build a casino on the 78, which is that space, that land on when you cross the bridge at Roosevelt and you see all those train tracks and all that vacant land and the bridges are up. That is like one of the prized diamonds, because that is the last bit of undeveloped land that can be expanded in the loop. They are bidding on a casino, even while O Block and Parkway Gardens is full of violations. So we're going to talk to them about that. And also, I think it just goes back to this money, these casinos, this land, and nobody is talking about the multiple billions of dollars that is going to be made. So at 7 o'clock, we'll be talking to Bishop Larry Trotter right here on the Maze Jackson Show. Let me see what else. You know what I watched last night, y'all? The Jay-Z Hall of Fame induction. You should check that out. That was pretty dope. Like that. Did you see that, Riis?
Not yet.
Riis. Like, I stumbled upon it. Like, I literally turned the channel and it was like, I saw Obama up there. And you know, that was pretty deep, man. They say you last 3 years in rap. That's like legendary. Riis, that was impressive. I think Hove is the greatest, not because of just his music. I think he is the greatest because of his longevity and his, man, bro, that was deep watching that yesterday. And he came out on his crack stuff, so you can't hold it against him.
I mean, he been saying that, but he been saying that he's...
No, but I mean, he corporatized it. He incorporated it into the story so nobody can use it against him, right? Like, I feel like there's a lot of stuff that people could probably throw at Jay, and I think the crack thing is one of them, and I think the R. Kelly thing is his last vulnerability. And I think he did a good job probably of smashing that when he realized that it was going to go to the left. The dude is shrewd. Can't knock the hustle. And I was thinking about all the people I don't know, man. It's a crazy climb to the top. You think he gave back enough? I mean, I think when you look at his legacy, man, it's interesting. I thought it was just dope. I thought it was a really dope thing. And it just made me realize that you'll never be able to do enough no matter what you do for some people. Maze Jackson Show. I was thinking about how all the people that were sitting around him, like not his extended crew, because, like, I think Dame and Biggs were business partners. They weren't his crew. Does that make sense? Like, there's people you do business with and y'all are in proximity, but then there's, like, your crew yeah, that, like, when it all broke up, right, it was like factions within. Dame's faction was the Harlem crew. Mm-hmm. Jay's faction was his Brooklyn crew. That Brooklyn crew was all there. They was all there, like, we made it, homie.
Was Bleak there?
I didn't see Bleak.
Because you know he told Bleak that he can quit rapping. As long as he alive, Bleak can always be a millionaire. So.
Oh, Bleak, but I mean, Bleak was in all of the cuts, right? Like, when they showed him on stage, Bleak was right there.
Oh, that's right, how they did it then. Okay.
Right, like, I didn't see Bleak in the audience, but I saw, like, he didn't cut him off the stage, right? He, and he acknowledged everybody in the whole speech, but I just thought it was dope, bro. Like one day I want to be able to sit with my guys from Bolingbrook, right? And be like, man, Joe, somewhere we sitting in the island. It's like I'm tired. It was like, what I thought was dope about Jay was he didn't have to go to the party by himself. I feel like so many times I have to go to the party by myself, right? And I think you want to get to a point where everybody is eating. So y'all can all go and ain't nobody, like, everybody got their own weight to go. And so it was dope to look at the table and see all the people that was sitting at his two tables right there, and you know what I'm saying, and B, and it was dope. to see a dude grow. Like, I feel like I watched this dude grow up. Like, from 19, you think about what they was doing at 19. And anyway, great. Check that out. It was a great tribute. Riis, I got a question. Riis, do chicken wings or chicken thighs? I feel like white people just found out about chicken thighs. And now they want to put it on everything. And I feel like black folks like, nah, I take the white meat. Because we had to eat chicken thighs our whole life. Let me ask you. I know this is a crazy question. Riis, do you eat chicken thighs?
Yeah, but I'm a wing person, actually.
Do you think you seen this thing that they doing now? We got this chicken shortage. They trying to swap out wings with the. I
stop.
I can't. I don't like thighs. I feel like thighs and wings are thighs. I think wings, Riis. Look, we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna have you do your thing, Riis, and then I'm gonna send Sean Howard this, and we're gonna play Dante. So
from me, right?
Huh?
You playing Dante from me?
I'm gonna play Dante the video.
Okay, so they don't cut that one. They don't say nothing about that one, all right?
They haven't said nothing yet. All right, so I'm going to play that one, but you go ahead and get your news, traffic, and weather, and then I'm going to be ready to go when you come back. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after these messages. And we'll be talking to Bishop Trotter after Dante. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
WIIFTBP. If you're a business professional, have you ever wanted to multitask on your way to an important meeting instead of navigating through traffic? Fellowship Fleet Limousine and Bus Company is your solution for chauffeured ground transportation. Our company provides sedans, SUVs, stretch limousines, vans, and buses for corporate travel, airport transfers, and group shuttles. If you're a corporate travel manager, individual business professional, event or meeting planner, relax. Let us take the wheel. Visit fellowshipfleet.com to book right now.
What's up, everybody? It's the green side of things. This your man Sadiq.
And Cassiopeia.
And we need you to like,
comment,
and share. We need you to do it right now and join us at our new day and time, Wednesdays
from 1 to 3 p.m.
on What's in It for the Black People Media.
And now, traffic and weather.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 7:02 a.m. And I'm Riis the Ruler with your Chicagoland area traffic and weather report. On traffic, let's go to the Kennedy. O'Hare to the Loop is now up to 44 minutes. Outbound to O'Hare on the Kennedy is now 20. On the Edens, Deerfield to the Exchange is 49 minutes. Exchange back out to Deerfield is 27. On the Eisenhower, Thorndale to the Loop is 40. Back out to Thorndale, we are at 33. On the Stevenson from I-355 to the Dan Ryan will be 44 minutes. Outbound 33. On the Bishop Ford from I-80 to the Dan Ryan, 36 minutes. It's 28 minutes back out to I-80. The Dan Ryan is now 17 minutes to the Loop, 15 minutes to 95th. On DuSable Lakeshore Drive, everything's still the same. 55th to Jacksonville to Jackson, back out to 55th on the south side is 7 minutes. And 8 minutes north, Randolph to Bryn Mawr, and Bryn Mawr back to Randolph. Today's weather is currently 43 and drizzling until 11 a.m. Today will be a high of 48 with a low of 37. I'm Riis the Ruler. Now here is Dante performance from the Telethon live here on the Maze Jackson Show.
You should do, your voice though is gospel but regular, so you should do the regular song with the, and he was like, won't you redo Johnny Taylor? And he wanted me to redo Who's Making Love, but I said I don't want to do it. And I said, but what about my love? Maurice Mahan had taught me, I was doing open mics, and he had taught me the song on the phone. What about my, like he taught me the whole song. So give it up one more time for Maurice Mahan, because he didn't have to do that about 15 years ago. And then I recorded it, did a video for it, first round Grammy nominated. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. And now y'all are here. The band is here. If y'all ready, I'm ready. You know your hands together. Oh my, I had a conversation with him. It was something like this. Before you leave out the door, oh, before you leave out the door, baby, won't you change your mind? Hey, I'll do better if you change your mind. You don't need Put your hands together. Put your hands together. Oh my. Put your hands together. Put your hands together. Oh my. I had a conversation. It was something like this. Before you leave out the door, oh, before you leave out the door, baby, won't you change your mind? Baby, won't you change your mind? Hey, baby, won't you change your mind? And look, I was praying to God, I said, Lord have mercy. Ooh, 'cause I need you. Yes, sir. And you need me. I know we can be happy. And see, baby, won't you change your mind? Come on, y'all. I'll do better if you change your mind. You got my love. You don't need it. You don't need it. Come around. Now that you got my love, you can be standing on. You change your mind, baby, won't you change your mind? Hey, break it down, y'all. Wait a minute. 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 Okay, so look, y'all know the record, right? So why don't we do a What's in It for the Black People remix right quick? We ain't practice. This is all off the dome. Can we do it right quick? So look, come on. Back in the day, I ain't gonna leave y'all fellas. Back in the day, James Brown would have something called The Bridge. Now y'all know the song don't have a bridge, right? This song ain't got no bridge, right? But what if we did it for the black people and made a bridge right now? But look, I want you to know, it's a democracy. So I'm gonna ask you something, and if you want to do it, can I take it to the bridge?
Yes, you can.
Can I take it to the bridge?
Yes, you can.
Can I take it to the bridge?
Yes, you can.
Can I take it to the bridge? Can I take it to the bridge?
Yes, you can.
Can I take it to the bridge?
Yes, you can.
Can I take it to the bridge? Yeah. Please tell me that you love me. Please tell me that you love me. Oh, no. Please tell me that you love me. Please, to the fire. won't you change? One more time to the bridge. Oh, please tell me that you love me. Oh, please tell me that you love me. Oh, no. Please tell me that you love me. Please, please. To the fire. Baby, won't you change your mind? Hey. Baby, won't you change your mind? Baby, won't you change your mind? Last time. Baby, won't you change your mind? I'm Dante Hall. Thank you so much.
This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host. Riis, give me an intro. And let's come on back, baby. Won't you change your mind? All right, we are about to talk to Bishop Larry Trotter coming up after we do this intro, y'all. This is the Maze Jackson Show. Riis, give us our intro, and we'll be back with Bishop Larry Trotter. He is on the line. We are going to be talking about what is going on in Parkway Gardens. Riis, give me some what's in it for the black people. We'll be back right after this.
WIIFTBP. Back to the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
Church, if you ain't trying to help us, don't even try to be around and can't protect us. We see the lies now of the politicians. We need money and no symbolism. It's Maze and Riis, and Ruthie and Todd, explaining how we all come from God, giving us tools to beat the odds. If we united, our movement gon' stop. If they ain't trying to help us, they ain't trying to do nothing. We gotta do something, we gotta stop running. It's time to confront the problem. Really, you expect you oppressed to solve. Look in the mirror, realize you great. Yeah, we always argue with our brothers, but ain't nobody gonna take our place. Just stay in tune and stay on top about who forwards, about who not. Just green light all the black economy. Then watch all the shooting don't stop.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man, DJ Riis the Ruler, and we are trying to get Bishop Larry Trotter on. I see him popping in and popping out. I got to get him to turn his camera on. Because we want to talk about what is going on with Related Midwest. Bishop Trotter, can you hear me? So, Sean, I don't know if you are tuned in as well. We probably got to get Bishop Trotter to turn his mic on and come in. If not, I want you to call us at 872-259-7474. Bishop Trotter, if you cannot get us on the video, Sean, have him call us at 872-259-7474 because we want to have a little conversation about what is going on with Riis. And you probably, do I need to change this if he come on the phone? Do I need to take this out? Okay. So be on the lookout. Bishop Trotter is going to come on. Guys, I don't know if you know, but I'm not letting him in. He sees his face and microphone is on Wi-Fi excellent, but it's asking for permission to get in.
Did you allow us to do the little join thing, redo it?
Here, let me do it. Leave room.
Yeah, rejoin. He was just here.
Oh, I just heard him. All right, here. Wait.
So that's us, but I don't
That's
know.
us playing back.
Yeah,
all right, Bishop Trotter, are you there? He's saying he can't get permission to get in the room. So, Bishop, give us a call, 872-259-7474. Sean, if we can't get him, let's get him on the phone because I think this is a very important phone. I got him in. Bishop Trotter, can you hear us? Can you hear us? All right, Sean, have them call us 872-259-7474. 872-259-7474. Riis, it's a case of, hold on, I'm sending the number again. I don't know, you know Parkway Gardens.
Of course.
The home of Old Block, right down the street from, ain't it down the street from, what's it called, Tukaville? It is the home of really Chicago's like drill rap capital. Would you say that? Am I like people come from when I went to Houston, I told you I went there and I was sitting in the barbershop and they was like, they could tell me everything about everybody from O Block. They was like, man, I was like, not 63rd. What is it, 60? I'm from 60.
It was from 64th, 65th, but we're not from 63rd.
Right. And so all of this, I mean, they was, man, you from Chicago? And I was amazed that in Houston, and now they're saying that, like, right now, Chicago is driving the music industry. Drill rap that was originated in Chicago, but it came from O Block. Let's not say it came from O Block, but let's say that O Block is the capital right now. That is owned by a large white corporation out of New York, who at one point was trying to sell it and then decided that they were going to keep it because people was like, how you going to be building these multi-billion-dollar developments and then you got the one thing that you bought in the black community so that they bought it as part of a larger package, right, when they were coming to Chicago. So they took over Parkway Gardens. And Riis, since then, they came into the market under the Parkway Gardens guys. But by the time that they moved around, they're like the third largest developer in the city, right? They built a multi-billion-dollar facilities. We was talking about, we were all up in arms about Lincoln Yards, and they had $1 billion project happening as well. Well, now, Riis, they are bidding on a casino, right? They are teamed up with Neil Bloom to put a casino in the midst of the newest development. Because remember, they was trying to get rid of Parkway, but now Parkway is a chip as to what they're doing or their good corporate citizenship in Chicago. So yesterday, Bishop Larry Trotter, do we have him on the line? Did he call in? Sean, have him call in. 872, he says he's calling in. 872-259-7474. 872-259-7474. Bishop Trotter held a press conference and said that they should not be allowed to get a casino if they got building code violations at one of our poorest or one of our most challenging housing complexes in the country, in the city.
And that's kind of crazy to me that it is one of the most challenging when you got a good number of rappers coming out of Chicago is from that area.
But are they going to invest in those white guys' property? Right? Like, what do you, so if you're
Dirk tried to buy it, but you know they don't want to let him buy it now.
Well, because it now becomes a chip as to what we're doing in the hood. And I think Lil Durk wanted to buy it, but does Lil Durk literally have $500 million?
Of course he does.
You sound crazy, Riis. You are out your rabbit ass mind.
Dude, he got $500 million.
$500 million. You think Lil Durk got $500 million?
No, but he has some people that can like get it. So yeah, I know that he was.
They could get it, but could they put it on paper?
Yeah, that's what he was trying to do. But like now they like trying to like taint his image and not let him get it. He was finna buy O Block, and then now it's like a whole lot of stuff like coming up.
So is he from O Block?
I think he is.
I see Bishop Trotter came back in. Bishop Trotter, can you hear us? Here, Bishop Trotter, I'm gonna resend you. Can you hear him? What is that I'm hearing? Am I hurting him with this headphones in here?
Nah, that's a different. You gotta plug it. That's him now. See, like he's working like his mic. I don't know what he just did, but his mic did just work just now. Like his mic
Bishop Trotter.
And then he'll do it. Like I don't know what he's doing if he got headphones in and none of that.
Oh man, this is bad because I really want to talk to him. Sean, we can't get him on the phone. Can we give him another number? Hold on.
It just came through.
What, the call came through?
Yeah, we can see if it's him.
All right, Bishop Trotter, are you there?
Hold on, let's skip the screening process. Yep, it's him.
All right, Bishop Trotter, are you there?
I am here. Good morning.
Good morning, Bishop Trotter. How are you today?
I'm blessed. How are you?
I am working like a madman, trying to keep our people focused on not getting lost in the mix. Bishop Trotter, yesterday, first of all, let me tell you, thank you for coming on at such short notice. Thank you to Sean Howard as well for always being so responsive. Bishop Trotter, you held a press conference yesterday in regards to Related Midwest. I was trying to do the story justice, but I don't know that I did. Can you tell us what's going on and why you held your press conference yesterday?
Well, first, let me thank you for what all you do for the community, letting people know, these things that we're dealing with. But we have quite a few of our members and friends who live in Parkway Gardens. And as we found out, the deplorable condition was able to say, we were able to find out that this particular company that is in the finalization, final four, final five, for getting the first casino, they're slumlords. And I have difficulty thinking about the fact that our people who have Section 8 are all paying $1,000. And these people are collecting like $20,000. $24 million a year from our people, and they are not doing anything for them. And then this gentleman in this company is being considered to have the first land-based casino. So my issue is, I don't care who gets the land-based casino. I don't know any of the people, but it is unjust, unjust, and I'm challenging the mayor and the city council. Well, why we let this, I can go ahead and say white man on your show, come in and get a possible chance at a casino when he's got thousands of our people living in horrible conditions. Sometimes said that it's the worst block in Chicago. And I cannot understand. He has also received $530 million in TIF funds, and that money has not been seen for the people that live in Parkway Gardens. And a lot of people are afraid to speak up, and that's why people like you and I have to keep these things alive. The alderman over there, Jeanette, she agrees with me. If you look at today's, sometimes we had one of the young ladies who just moved out of there to come and testify on Channel 5, and somebody else covered it. But at the end of the day, he should not be given a chance to do a casino until he straighten out the conditions at Parkway Gardens.
Bishop Trotter, it's interesting because it seems like the pain and suffering of black people is often used for white folks to make profit. How is it even possible? Because from my understanding, they're teamed up. They're part of one of two bids to get the land-based casino. How is it possible, Bishop Trotter, that they're even able to submit? We talk about racial equity in this city and that it's been a hallmark of the administration. How do they even get to become a finalist without having to answer these questions in advance?
I said that to Marianne Ahern yesterday. I said, are you just particularly concerned about this group? That's what I know about what this group is not doing. But I think that anybody that's going to come in and make money on our people should have a background check on the other businesses and what they're letting happen. It is a sad thing for me to say this, but I think it's true. I think these people cut deals with elected officials, or they give money to these campaigns, and so when they do things, look the other way. And we cannot continue to allow that to happen on the backs of our people. And we got some lords, and a whole other subject would be how we support or allow Arabs and others to come in and do things in our community. and they drive back on out to Elmhurst and what have you, live wonderful lives. And so I think that this should open up the eyes of, in order for this to pass, you got to pass through the mayor. I think it should be 60% of the city council and the gaming board. But people need to be made aware that we just letting somebody else get more and more rich on the backs of our people. You and I are going to live in a place, nobody has smoke detectors. Fire extinguishers are outdated, rat infested. One lady from my church says when she turn the water on, brown water comes out. And it's got to run a while before it's clear. That's just unacceptable. And for this company to be able to do that, and on one hand, which is terrible, and then be awarded on the other hand to be a finalist in this old casino thing.
Bishop, I guess here is my question, and I never got to it today. I was going to ask the social media question of the day, which is, who still, and I know this is going to be a subjective question, but Bishop Trotter, who still has the juice? And I'm in the black community that is respected, and I'm going to go back, and I think you come from an era. I am particularly hard on our religious community. I'm going to tell you, I'm particularly hard on black pastors because it seems like whenever these issues come up, they've already chosen a side and are now kind of negotiating their piece for our people. In this case, Bishop Trotter, I would have thought that probably by now the strategy would have been to line up the black preachers and get them on the side of each one of these teams. How do we get our community, and when I say our community, and I ain't talking about people of color, I'm talking about black folks. How do we disconnect our infrastructure from the white folks and start coming back to our self-interest? Like, you standing up against Related Midwest that's a big deal, because I would argue that they've spent a lot of time cultivating and turning over dirt in our community so that nobody does ever ask questions about Parkway Gardens, which is the least of us. And I don't mean that in a bad way. How do we reconvene our mindset? Because I think, Bishop Trotter, we need a paradigm shift, because for so long, especially after the Daily Era, and I think it just set a trend where we thought that our job was to be with the mayor or be with the government or be with the mayor, oftentimes against the self-interest of our people. How do we get that back?
I think one of the things that has happened, and it's unfortunate, white people in power particularly, have separated us. And in some cases, it goes back to even the Jane Byrne era, when we were trying to run Harold Washington for mayor. Some of our preachers sold out for some cheese and butter. They gave cheese and butter trucks, and that was enough for them to go with a white woman versus a black qualified man. And from that day on, like you say, this is an indictment on us as pastors, but there's no one pastor that all of us trust or will follow. So, Jesse Jackson, them had their era. Bishop Ford did great things. Clay Evans did great things. They had a koinonia, a fellowship of power, regardless of denomination, because they were pastoring black people. But now they pick us off one by one. They cut deals on the side. People that don't like me not coming to my meeting. And, so all you really see out here fighting issues in a major way is Father Stoger. And, this whole thing with him kind of shut him down. But the black pastors are now quiet. I mean, I contacted 100 plus to come and stand with this issue. I only had 5 to show. And we can't continue to allow people to do that to us. We've got to be able to say, okay, we're going to support one another. And we cannot be afraid to challenge elected officials when they make these promises in our churches and then they go back and you can't get a return call. You know, when they're running and, you know, have a sizable church, they all want to, you know, come and say something. And then when something goes wrong, when I used to call direct to a lot of our elected officials and get a call back, cell phone call back. But when some of them get in position now, they'll send their assistant or their associates. Well, chiefs talk to chiefs. At the end of the day, we're pastoring people that don't have the means or the voice, or there's a fear. So who's going to speak? And the Bible, I understand it, the prophets are to speak truth to power. And I can only do so much, but we could do so much more together. If it was 100, and there's 3,000 plus black churches in the Chicagoland area. If there was 100 of us that stuck together on any one issue, we could shut down a whole lot of stuff. And Reverend Evans used to say, you know, a little snowflake looks harmless, but when that snow sticks together, it shuts down the airport. But that kind of leadership, I don't know how to get it back. I don't have to be the leader, but I want to be with somebody that's doing something and not cutting deals on the side. I don't know how far back you go, but it's some of the stuff we dealt with when we boycotted Beverly Bank and the stuff they were doing, and Bob Teresco. And some of the preachers, you know, they went the other way. And we're out there marching, not knowing they had cut deals on the other side. So I've seen this same soup warmed over, but it's on the backs of our people. 1,000 plus people live in that facility. And this man cannot be smacked on his wrist or challenged. If you don't get a casino, if you don't get grant, if you don't get TIF monies, then you need to fix up where these people are living so you at least have a record. And then whoever the other 4 are, they need to have background checks. They got violated. This place has 50 violations this year. Parkway Gardens has had 2,000 violations since 2013. They average 2 to 3 shootings a week and arrests. They don't get the attention that, you know, we say Inglewood's terrible. But over there on King Drive, it's an eerie feeling. And one of the oldest mothers of our church, we take communion out to those that can't come in. And I'm born and raised in Chicago. I'm from the projects. I'm from the Ickies. I never felt a fear like I felt there. I never smelt a stench like I smelled there. And I'm glad that this mother is no longer there. But, you know, I'm thinking about all these other people. So one thing I'm going to do Sunday, which I didn't do, I'm going to ask how many of our members live there, other than want to know, and how many have relatives there. Because if we don't stand on this, it'll pass, and they'll go on to make billions of dollars and laugh about it. And then it's going to be us that go right downtown and keep that casino open.
Bishop Trotter, I'm going to tell you, first of all, you done dropped a lot of truth in this scenario, and it's a peculiar situation, because I would argue that the black folks in our community know who is running that facility. Know the people. They're here. They walk amongst us, and they never, ever have to answer for it. I see them at all the fundraisers. I see them at all the events with the $1,000 shirts on. laughing and shucking it up with all the black folks, while they're lording over this mess. When do we talk? Like, Bishop, it's crazy to me to watch the people who we know are doing us wrong marching through our community and actually having our people to work against us for fighting for our people. It's crazy to me that they are allowing that. There's two dudes through this city with them that allow us, that they have the ability to put amnesia on everybody. Because O Block is world famous for its dysfunction right now.
Right. I guess it goes back to, I don't know if it's just money that we sell out for, prestige. If I'm running for office and you do well by me and I fund your campaign, and it's supposed to shut my mouth. The reason for 40 years I have been pastoring Sweet Holy Spirit Church, I have never asked for a city grant or a state grant or anything, because I want to be able to say what I got to say. If the church can't take care of the church and close it, God forbid. But I didn't want grants. But I know a lot of times when these people get these city grants or get on these boards and what have you, then they can't speak what they feel. They got to go with whoever, is supplying them that extra income. And those of us who did not get into it, I think the only thing we've ever done was got the food for the kids and all that thing, safe haven. But as far as money and stuff, some pastors, churches, community organizations, when they get that money and them grants, their hands are tied and their mouths are closed. And I think that's a horrible indictment, because, none of that would have happened under Dr. King. And what do we do now without Operation Breadbasket and without SCLC and the declination of Operation Push? We have no organization, so it has to come back to the church. Reverend Jackson did his piece. He's ill, and a lot of people didn't support some of the stuff that he said. And I think there's in our community, where you said it, so there's a lack of trust. People don't trust us as pastors and leaders anymore. And we talked about back when all the shootings were prevalent, and talked about, we went out to talk to some of the young people about the rioting. It was a different era when I could walk through the community and see that's Bishop Todd. But the new young people who are not in church, parents not in church, they don't know a lot of the leaders, and we've not tried to pull them in. I did a conglomerate kind of a service with some of the street activists, and Jedediah and a lot of the guys came to the church, and I let them speak. I was trying to create a marriage between the church and the street leaders. But I don't know. There's a couple of pastors came, and the Reverend Meeks was there, and there's a couple others, but everybody else was like, we don't need to do that. But we do. If we're going to save our people, it's going to take serious, committed politicians. It's going to take serious, committed pastors who don't just drive into their community and don't see them no more to the next Sunday, and they do nothing in the community. I applaud people that feed on Thanksgiving and that kind of thing, but people need food other than Thanksgiving. And so, we feed the homeless, and we feed people every week. And I just think that back in the day, I don't know if you know the name Reverend Body down in Greater Harvest. They had a 24-hour kitchen down there back in the 60s. And then they had their own ambulatory services. He bought station and turned them into ambulances, because a lot of the people wouldn't come and get us. And, then people of color could only go to Cook County and to Providence Hospital. And now that we've advanced and we're everywhere, we just have to take, I guess we feel like we just got to take whatever they throw out at us. And Mays is not right. It's not for the advancement of our people. I salute you and your beautiful wife, Carrie. That's another question. I don't know how you get a beautiful wife like that, but you know, the Lord blesses some of us. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know who could call us together. And this issue is big enough because everybody knows somebody who lives there or has lived there. And people are there, some afraid to speak out. We can speak for them. They think they're going to. Hey, here's another piece. Maybe Hood should be challenged. Before I give you.
You trying to step on some toes, ain't you?
Well, here's the thing. You give me a voucher, there ought to be some inspection before I use that voucher in a slum. We're throwing good money away, and that's just wonderful. Everybody got Section 8. But if the Section 8 voucher is only accepted in bad places and nobody's inspected, I don't know how that works. I'm not astute in the housing development or nothing, but I just think that on both sides, these people that come and build these buildings or throw us together, you know, I was in the project for 18 years and I took my mama out of there. But my issue was after we left the Iggy's, I saw how as they destroyed the projects, they just sent our people to these different suburban areas, some even without transportation. Who makes these decisions that affect us? Who makes these decisions? Why are we quiet on you know what's going on now and what went on then? And you know things just go idly by. So I think that this gentleman should be checked. I think that the mayor should make this a priority, and the city council should be made aware. Okay, we can't just award this man billions of dollars on that casino. We can't just award him until he do right by the people. And then whoever gets it, all of them should have some background check.
But Bishop Trotter, not only, and I know you're a pastor, so you can't be advocating for the vice stuff too tough. But Bishop Trotter, one of the things that I am also concerned is that as this casino and as sports betting and as these billion-dollar industries we just saw with cannabis come online, that we are not at the true table, right? Like we're not in any of the high margin opportunities that exist there, right? And so what happens when these things get built is that we only further empower the people who are suppressing our elected officials and suppressing us. Because if you make this guy rich and nobody black gets rich at the same time, then our elected officials are then one more time beholden upon them as compared to being able to come to us and saying, hey, so Bishop Trotter, I first of all, let me commend you on a couple things. One, your ability to speak freely, because a lot of people, it's amazing to me the silence on this whole casino deal in Chicago, right? Like that there is no, like, I mean, I have heard not one person from the spiritual community speak up on this besides you. So let me start there. Let me also say that you reiterated something that I have been talking to our audience about that I feel like we've got to be cognizant of, which is, and it's, you said it for churches, but I think it has really emasculated our entire community, because every body that could have a voice or that could be dangerous or could challenge the system finds himself with a grant, whether it's a nonviolence grant, whether it's some after school, whether it's a housing grant, with just a little, so that they gotta keep coming back. It doesn't teach them to fish. It teaches them it gives them fish. And what happens is our people that are who used to be trusted to speak for us in those halls of power have now had their voices compromised. And I think what you're seeing on the streets now is the result of 20 years of young black men not being able to see themselves standing up and in power, right? They've seen those people that were in place that they were supposed to trust take that grant and be quiet and watch their neighborhoods slide off the cliff. And now, in the midst, as we have lost our connection spiritually, those same people who have been connected to the political may have forgotten that their real purpose was spiritual. And now that it's out of control, they can't walk back in and be like, hey, look at me. I'm going to tell you, Bishop Trotter, I grew up the son of a pastor. And I believe that pastors, when I grew up, were people that we looked up to, people that we admired. Like if you were smoking on the block, right? You might smoke on the block, but when the pastor came, you put it out, right? The pastor came and, he would call you and say, come to, even the mothers would be in praying. And I think we have almost completely, at least in Chicago, seen that bond between the church and the next generation broken. And I don't know how, and I don't know that we get out of this without a spiritual awakening as well. And I truly feel like sometimes we are being punished somewhere for our disobedience, because I feel like we are the lost people of Israel and our birthright has been stolen. I know that's kind of deep, but how do we get black people would not exist to me in this country with all of the things that have happened to us if we did not have a spiritual connection to God. How do we get that spiritual connection back from your standpoint, especially in a place where Chicago, where our preachers have become, quite frankly, in most cases, they are essentially, to me, the Pharisees now, right? They are part of the government. They are implementing the system that is there. And I want to know, how do we get our spirituality back into our community?
It's going to take, I think, in a lot of ways, if they will sit with some of us that have been out here, it's going to take us rebuilding these young pastors to come around, because now we got mega church young pastors that don't understand community, connection with community. And, it's about going to church. You got 4 or 5 services, 4 or 5 locations, but they don't do that fervor that you're talking about, that respect, has died. I remember when we'd be on the steps in the Hickens, and we'd have some white potent Kool-Aid called a shake and bake. And we drinking this stuff. And we saw one of the mothers come down in them white dresses on the way to church. We put that bottle down. And don't let us say she's going to pray for us. But somewhere along the line, with our own moral failures, me included and others that, have gone through things, somewhere along the line, we've lost the respect. And the respect has to be built by lifestyle, visibility, and connection. So if we're not visible, we'll never get the respect. If we are not changing and trying to better our lives and better the lives of other people say, why should I do it at this point? One of the problems we're going to have now in rebuilding the church after COVID is that people had 14, 15 months without going. And if that church did not reach out to them and did not go virtual, they're like, okay, well, if I can do 15 months without it, maybe I can just serve God without church. And we know that that's against the scripture, but it's happening everywhere you go. So, when we run the church as kids, I'm sure we didn't care how far you had to park, and we didn't care how long the service was. That's what we did as a black people. We went to church and we stayed, and we respected our leaders. Somewhere along the line, I agree with you, there has to be a revival of the spiritual movement. There has to be people who understand the 2 Chronicles 7:14. My people which are called by my name, humble themselves, pray, and turn from their wicked ways. we have to understand that whether I got 3,000 members and you got 200, that we're still on the same team. We have to understand that it's not about West Side Black people and Black Christians versus South Side. We're on the same team, serving the same God. And I don't know how we can get that message across. Unfortunately, one of the only voices that it seems like all Black people will gather something from and respect it is the Minister Farrakhan. And we don't have that shared leadership of people say, oh, well, you know, Bishop so-and-so says so-and-so. And everybody show that's just a wonderful thing. So, you know, and he's up in age. Reverend Jackson's up in age. And I just don't think we've qualified or prepared enough people in ministry who understand that our work is not in church, but it's outside of the church. We come to worship and we're to serve.
Bishop Trotter, you know, first of all, I'm really vibing on this conversation. I appreciate it because I'm kind of, you know, I probably am a version of the prodigal son. I cannot get away from the hedge of protection that I believe my parents and my grandparents prayed around me. Bishop Trotter, one of the things that concerns me, and I don't know if I'm just old school, but the fact that there is no expectation of our pastors being a moral authority in our community as well. And I say that, I'll give you an example. I was coming home from the Bud Billiken Day parade one day, and a pretty well-known pastor was having a party. And he had the best bar I had ever seen. I'm talking about the best bar that I had ever seen, and I'm talking about top shelf. And I could not get over the fact that this highly esteemed pastor was offering me alcohol. Now, I'm not here to judge, and I've learned that I got to stop looking at things. I probably grew up in one of the more stricter religions, and we couldn't play cards or any of that stuff. But I feel like there was a time when our pastors were in the pursuit of perfection. Not that they were perfect, but that they were always striving to be better, and they recognized that their light, I was always taught that the light shines and people be like, you different. You a little bit different than all of us, and not that you got to preach at us, but something about you ain't the same as all of us. And now it seems like it's a race to, like, the thing is, the pastor is not a moral authority, and he is just a man, and he should be able to partake and participate. And I feel like it's become easy to say I'm a pastor, but does a moral responsibility come with that? And I'm not judging, but tell me, because I have a hard time rationalizing it. And it's a newfangled world, so I get it. My pastor was like, you ain't drinking. We wasn't even barely able to go to the movies. Now, I don't think it has to be that extreme. But I do think that if a young person sees, when I saw my pastor, it was a certain level of respect and a certain level of, I don't want him to know all the worst stuff about me, because I want him to pray for me, and I want to help get to the space, and I'm going to end up. And it seems like now, it's like, you cool. All you got to do is come on Sunday, and you straight after that. And am I missing something?
No, you're on target. A lot of people, I say this all the time, people don't really go to a church necessarily because you're the greatest preacher in the world, but they go because they believe you got some touch with God. And so if Scripture says that your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works, glorify the Father, how in the world can a pastor have an open bar as pastor offering alcohol? I was raised in a strict church similar to yours. We couldn't play cards, couldn't go to movies, and had to wear certain things. And I think I'm more liberal than most. One of the first churches allowed women to wear pants. I remember when women couldn't wear pants in church. But go back to the moral piece. If the pastor's drinking, that's between him and God. But at the point where I take my drink and offer it to somebody who's respecting me, free alcohol, sell alcohol, I think a lot of the moral has been aborted, and now it's more about business. I read an article the other day. You'll be surprised how many pastors now have their own wine vineyards.
Jesus made wine. Jesus made wine, right?
Yeah, Jesus made wine. Of course, that was a different day, and there was different reasons for it. But my point is that we've reduced, and I think some things are okay in private. You have a glass of wine with your family. That's between you and your God and your conviction. Well, how would I look walking down the street with a bottle of Hennessy or whatever they call it? Any of these kind of things that people are doing. I was raised a little different, and I got some pastor friends, who they do the whole house music and ballroom kind of thing, which I would never thought of it. I never thought of having somebody stand outside of the church and smoke like I see nowadays. And back to the other piece where you said, for black men in general, we don't know how, or either we're not allowed a lot of times at the table. So when the whole cannabis thing broke, we were the second or third allowed to invest in it. It wasn't like, okay, well, you find some pretty salvageable, some pretty strong financial guys that want to get in this thing that's going to take off. And so now, getting into that, which is taking off and making all kind of money, black men weren't at the table. And I'm not just talking about Christians, but black men were not invited to say, okay, I want to invest in that. I'm not one who advocates for alcohol, but let's just say when that big liquor store on Stony Island closed, that place used to be people lined up going in and out there. And when the white folks moved out, I don't know why 10 black men who were into that didn't buy that. I can't call the name of the place, but everybody went there. I mean, especially Christmas and stuff, you see that lined up. We didn't pull together and say, okay, we shouldn't let this go. We should pull together and make it happen. But were we invited to the table? Were we outpriced? Kenwood Liquors, I was trying to think of.
Yep.
Kenwood Liquors. Were we outpriced? Are we outbidded? Is there somebody that blocks business opportunities for young black men to get out of the hole and out of the rut? It's a whole lot to that. Are the loans prohibited? We look at this, and we could talk another time. I got too far off the subject, but we used to have 5 black banks. There was Highland Community, there was Independence, there was Seaway, there was the one down on the Savings and Loan, and this was 5 black men that got together, Jacoby Dickens and George Brooklyn. Now we have no black bank. Was it because of a lack of support? Was it because we encouraged back in the day our people to have at least an account at one of the black banks, keep them going. But we're so separated and so divided. It's like all of us now are building kingdoms to themselves. And I hope that I'm not included in what I'm saying, because I've always wanted to be for the people. But you get to a certain point. At one point, we had 10,000 members. I had 4 services on Sunday, going one place to the next. But I always tried to make sure I balanced the ministry in church as well as out of church. When we marched and had those anti-crime marches back in the 80s, Pastor Meeks and I and some others, it was an amazing response because people want to do something. But now, it's going to take another George Floyd to die, to get killed before we wake up. It may take another Katrina before people come back together. And God forbid, another 9/11 before we see Republicans and Democrats stand and hold hands together. It's a dark day.
Bishop
and so this is one of those.
Go ahead.
It's one of those things that we're facing.
Bishop Trotter.
Yeah.
Man, I got to tell you, bro. This was a great conversation, and I got to do this. I got to get you in the studio. We got to get you in the studio to have a conversation. Because this is, I be fighting. But it's a ministry somewhere in here. And Bishop Trotter, we got to get you in here to talk straight up. I want to have some more of these conversations. And I think my social media, the question of the day earlier was who has the juice in the black community still? Because I think we got to figure that out, and we got to start convening, because right now there's a war going on so many levels that we have to be prepared, and I think we need everybody. And I will tell you, I am probably the hardest on the preachers because I have so much expectation from them because of historical perspective. But what I do know is we got to continue these conversations. So Bishop Trotter, can I get with Sean and get you in the studio and we can continue this conversation?
Absolutely. We'd love to do it, and I appreciate what you do. We all got to do our part. And, I love preachers, I love church, I love God, but I don't think this is the way it's supposed to be. We're too divided, and we sell out too easily on certain things. And so, sure, just let me know when they can schedule it, and I'll be glad to come.
Okay, thank you, Bishop Trotter. This is the Maze Jackson Show, y'all. We did the extended remix with Bishop Trotter because it got good. We should have had, we should have had you do a prayer because, we on WBGX 1570. So, our numbers probably went up on the church side because they was all tuned in. Bishop Trotter, thank you for being here on the Maze Jackson Show. We look forward to having you actually in studio to continue this conversation.
Thank you for having me.
All right, y'all. Thank you. This is the Maze Jackson Show. When we come back, we'll continue the conversation. Great conversation with black pastors. Corey Brooks just hit me up, so we're going to have Corey Brooks as well. All right, it's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back.
The Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break.
WIIFTBP.
Oh, man. They done messed around and gave New Era Chicago their own radio show. What they do that for?
You done messed up! So what we doing, bro?
Man, we talk about power.
Did you say power?
Not rights and equality, but power. We ain't begging, we building.
In that order, Chicago, and we got dope segments. Hey, yo, sis, holla at them.
Peace and love, family. It's Sister E of New Era Chicago in the building, dropping the statistics, holistics, and of course the ballistics. Good for the mind, body, and the soul. Let's get it, family.
And this your boy D Cook coming with straight facts. If you don't know, now you know.
And this is your other sister, Omo Oya Music, coming in peace, love, and light, getting real with my people so we can quit with the bull spit.
And this brother E, and I'm gonna wrap it up with the power surge.
Listen, this going down every Wednesday night, 5 to 6 p.m. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It's the Black Power Hour, New Era Chicago Radio on What's In It for the Black People Media.
All power to the people.
All power to the people.
The skin of men fit me fine, tailor-made, yeah, I'm comfortable. And so it seems I'm still chasing my dreams. They told me, watch my steps, they want to pull the rug from under you. This is transparency, my life 3D. Live every word that I utter, reporting live from the gutter. Where the mind's hard to change, but we don't give up on our brothers and sisters. Cause we all need one another. The time's getting closer, revolution, feel it coming. I can smell it in the air, inhale it. see my vision getting clear. Justice with a prophet. My music touch the people's soul. Black power gospel tunes. So many styles, watch me kick them like they soccer moves. Falling rank and file, this is my platoon. Soldiers at attention, ain't no Willie lynching. This the program. Who they think they kidding? Reinvent the system. Total reconstruction of our mental stigma. This ain't a game, boy. Still they think I'm talking about Nintendo's. That's a shame, boy. Augment reality. Better fix your brain, boy. I love my people, hope they love me black. I'm going hard and ain't no holding back. Watch me react. I put my fist up in the skies like a beacon for believers that one day we return to our greatest sin. We seek it all the glory we can obtain it. Keep reaching. I'm painting this picture. I hope you see it. Just what the theme is. I love being black. We turning up. I love being black. Say it loud. Man, I love being black. One more time. I love being black. Hey. Well, how about you to sing these tunes too? Customize for you a little something you can groove to. Feeling good about yourself. Melanated mood muse. Always service humble pie. We don't care about who's who. Light brown or dark skin. This right here's for you too. We are the gods of the earth. Living proof truth. Say it loud if you black and proud. I salute you and that's a fact. Where you at? Let me hear you say it back. I love being black. We turning up. I love being black. Say it loud. Man, I love being black. One more time. I love being black. Hey. Super melanation renovation of our databases. Gotta fix the trinity to make it past the matrix. There's a rabbit in the hole. Your decision, you gon' chase it or just shut it for complacency. Here's your motivation. Black power in your veins. Up to us to build a nation. European mental detox completely we erase it. Yeah, you can't keep fighting over old information. Probably bring it right back if you love being black. I love being black. We turning up. I love being black. Say it loud. Man, I love being black. One more time. I love being black. Hey. I do this for my people all across the map.
Back to the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Todd Stoger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go.
Yeah. Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happening in town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm concealed carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this is a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.
up, Chicago? Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man DJ Riis, the ruler, and it's the hot spot, dog. It's heated. It's this morning. We are right here on the Maze Jackson Show. We just got off the phone with Bishop Larry D. Trotter from Sweet Holy Spirit. Now, Riis, I'm going to tell you, back in the day, man, you used to pull up when you was on the political trail. You used to pull up to Sweet Holy Spirit, bro. It'd be 10,000 people up in that bad boy. You be around there like Bishop Trotter. Bishop Trotter used to be a big boy, too. He used to be a little bit bigger. No shade. Bishop Trotter done slimmed down. He done hit the gym. Bishop Trotter being, he working out. Also, we got to be careful for Bishop Trotter, though, because, how preachers, how Lori Lightfoot do the preachers. Remember, they supported her. And you know how she did Willie Wilson. I think he just said, I ain't even finna give you the chance to play me crazy. But look, y'all, as Bishop Trotter was talking, and I had this feeling, because when I hear the words O-Block, there's really a name that comes to mind all the time. Y'all know how I do, right? Nobody gets to pick my friends. Nobody gets to pick Maze Jackson's friends. Nobody. And since I met this brother, and I'm going to tell you, because I'm from Chicago. Bolingbrook, Chicago, Bolingbrook, but And so when I saw this dude on the roof, on Ofrey, I was like, who is this ninja on the roof, and where is he from? Because black people ain't finna be on the roof at 63rd and the King Drive. So, I used to talk smack, yo. You know me, right? I will hit you with the boop-bop, bam, bam. Didn't know the brother. Then turned out he was from Muncie, Indiana, where my uncle helped him get started in the ministry. Matter of fact, gave him his first car. He gave him a car. He charged me for it. And now he is back on the roof, y'all. I'm looking and I'm hearing. I'm like, so I tried to put him on and I heard the whoosh. Listen, you hear in the background. Look, y'all. Listen, watch. You hear that? That means we are live from the roof. And I ain't going to even trip. I'm just telling you now. I got a feeling, Corey, that when we was talking, when you hit me that day and I was in the meeting, you was probably trying to ask me to come get on the roof. I'm going to come get on the roof, but Joe, I got to take the elevator up and I am not spending the night. I'm not doing it. But that's I will right. Come and get on the roof with you, dog. You know what I'm saying?
I was trying to hit you up. You supposed to hit me back. You were out to dinner with your wife. I'm still waiting on the phone call.
Hey, here go the phone call. Pastor Brooks, I'm coming on the roof. Matter of fact, what we should do, shit, if it wasn't so cold, I would say, Riis, we could broadcast from the roof. But it's a little chilly out there. But I'm gonna be on the roof and we gonna go live. We gonna figure this out. But here to talk to us he said, look, man, I got a text. Look, let me tell y'all. Now, you know me, I'm black. I don't believe in fair. Right? But he said, I need some equal time because I got to rebut. Now, let's just be here. Don't y'all be getting no past the competition. But I know that nothing can. I know that we cannot talk about O-Block.
For the record, I love Bishop Trotter. That ain't my beef ain't with Bishop Trotter, and I love Bishop Trotter, so that ain't even a thing.
So let me back up. So let me just turn over the mic because let me turn this over to my man Corey Brooks. Corey Brooks, welcome to the Maze Jackson Show live from the roof. We in the studio. I'm gonna ride by and honk at you. But
I'm from.
But Pastor Brooks, talk to us. What's going on, man? How you doing? First of all, tell us what you're doing, and you back on the roof. Why the hell are you back on the roof, dog? Oh, well, sorry. Why the heavens are you back on the roof? I forgot. I'm talking to a preacher.
Any way you want to put it. First of all, thank you. I appreciate it, Maze, for the opportunity to be on the show, and thank you for your love always. I appreciate it. Thank you for being a good brother and looking out for our people. I'm on the roof because in the process of 10 years ago, we raised funds to tear a building down. Now, 10 years later, it's our anniversary, and we're raising funds to build something up. So I'm committed to building a center here for the neighborhood to help transform O-Block to the Opportunity Block. And that's what I'm doing. So I'm on the roof for 100 days, raising awareness about the violence that we continue to face all over Chicago, but also to raise funds to build this community center.
Now, you on the roof for 100 days. What your wife got to say about that? And dog, and I'm just telling you, the moment I seen your toilet, right? So the moment I got to use the toilet, I'm out. I'm up. I'm gone. I am not the wilderness king. But what's your wife say about you being on the roof for 100 days, dog? And how do you pay the bills from up there?
You know, I don't have to pay the bills. She pay the bills. I just put the money to make sure the money in the account. That's the first thing. The second thing is my whole entire family are very supportive. My son, my oldest son, is doing all of our operations. My daughters are taking care of their mom. My mom is helping take care of my wife is helping take care of my mom and her mom. So my whole family is supportive. We're at that phase where we're going to get this part behind us. We want to get this center built, and we're all in on it. We're all hands on deck, and it's a family thing for us.
Beautiful. And then the last thing I want to point out, similar to what Bishop Trotter said, y'all know that Corey Brooks does not take federal and state grants and government money. All of the work and all the stuff that he's done has been done through private donors, which is part of the reason that people have a challenge with him, because he don't really have to he's not really beholden to anyone. Pastor Brooks, talk to me, man. You sent me a text. You said you wanted the opportunity to discuss or to continue the conversation about what we were talking about with this casino and related Midwest. Talk to me.
Well, first of all, I want to go on record saying I don't care anything about casinos, and I'm always wondering why pastors getting involved in casino stuff. That should not even be something we should concern ourselves with. That's just my personal view. That's the first thing. The second thing is, I'm here on right next to Parkway. I have lots of members of my church who are part of Parkway. I had 15 boys on the roof with me yesterday who all live in Parkway. I give jobs to guys who are in Parkway. I have violence prevention workers who work for us who live in Parkway. So I'm very intimately aware of what goes on in Parkway. So when I speak about Parkway, I'm not speaking about something I don't know or something that I heard. I'm speaking about what I know to be true. And one of the things that I know to be true, I just want to walk down several things, is that we've had several community meetings with the aldermen, with all kinds of officials, everybody who, in the community, stakeholders in the community. We've had, several, and they've always obliged to say, okay, they've always listened, and they've always tried to correct anything that we brought up. So I don't know of anything that we mentioned that they have not tried to correct. And so that's the first thing. The second thing.
So let's back up. Let me ask you. So
yeah.
So are you suggesting that the things that Bishop Trotter said about the state of affairs at Parkway Garden are true or not true? Are you saying that Parkway Garden is operated properly?
They're not completely true. First of all, I was there and saw when the city came in with everybody. First of all, I don't know what that was about, but they came in, with everybody, every department, every agency looking over it with a fine-tooth comb. So when they got those violations, they instantly started repairing those violations because people were upset about it. So those violations to this day that I know of are being fixed. Any violations, the city has not came back and gave them more violations. All those violations are being fixed. They've also, even Chicago Sun-Times recorded, they put $58 million into Parkway.
Who, the city did?
Pardon me?
The city put $58 million, $58 million?
No. They put $58 million in rehabbing, in fixing up Parkway, fixing up violations, fixing up Parkway, all of that stuff since they've had the property. And I know that to be true. So whenever we've discussed, even in those meetings when we discussed security issues, they've adhered to every recommendation that was given to them, from going to get new security to fixing gates to doing, what they're supposed to do. So I don't know where some of the stuff that's being said is coming from, but I just want to go on record as saying, some of it a lot of that stuff just not true.
So is Parkway? So is Parkway a good place to live?
Parkway is a tough place to live because anytime you have over 5,000 residents living in one area, and you have an impoverished community, it's going to always be tough. That's the first thing. The second thing is Parkway gets a lot of attention because of the rappers that have come out of Parkway who have made it popular. If those rappers had not made O Block the name popular, we wouldn't even be having this discussion. And the truth needs to be told that in 2012, the Chicago Sun-Times wrote that it was the most dangerous block in the city of Chicago, which was true. But anybody who goes back and look now at the record, we're not even in the top 30 of shootings and murders. So when people talk about it's a violent place and there's so much death going on, no, that might be the story going on in Chicago, but that ain't the story of our block. So stop saying that we the most dangerous block, because that is definitely not true. We're not even in the top 30. And a lot of that is because of the work we've done with our violence prevention team. We make sure violence ain't going down in the neighborhood. So somebody needs to stop the rhetoric.
So let me ask this, Pastor, because I hear you on, and you know you my man. So I'm going to give you the platform. Are you vouching for Related Midwest?
Am I vouching for Related
Are you
Midwest?
vouching for them and their operations in Black Chicago? And have they been so let me back up, because this where we gonna go. This where we gonna go. Are you personally, as Pastor Corey Brooks, vouching for Related Midwest? And if so, then what I would like for you to do is get the operator of Related Midwest in here to talk to Black folks and tell us that not from you, from him. Because here's the challenge, bro. It's like, we love you to death.
Let me say this.
Go ahead.
I vouch for Corey Brooks.
Okay.
I can't vouch for Mays Jackson. I can't vouch for Bishop Trotter. I can't vouch for Related. So let me get that. Related don't pay me. Let me get that. They don't put on money in our pockets. So when I'm speaking about them and what I know, it ain't because I'm getting some money from them.
I'm not suggesting that. I wouldn't suggest that of you, my brother.
I can vouch for them. But what I can say is, I know for a fact that we've been on calls with Related, and every issue that we've had with them, they've tried to address. I know that for a fact. From the security issues, to the gate issues, to the resident issues, to the violation issues. And it's just, it almost feels like, what else do you want somebody to do? They're doing everything you ask them to do. And so instead of doing all this complaining and talking about stuff that we don't know, no, let's continue to move forward and continue to work on our neighborhood, which is what we're doing. But when we have people get on the air and make and talk about our neighborhood, and they don't know about this neighborhood over here, I got a problem with that. And Bishop tried to know my number. He ain't call me. He ain't call and say nephew. That's what they call me. They call me nephew because of Bishop, because of Pastor Meeks. Him and Apostle Wilson, they all call me nephew. He didn't call and say, nephew, let me ask you about Parkway. And he know he should have did that, man. I would have told him, hey, Bishop, I don't know who giving you this information, but all of that ain't true.
So, Pastor Brooks, you my man. So I'm a rock with you. I would say this. I know the work that you do in Parkway, and I know I've been there on numerous occasions. I know that you are there on a day-to-day basis. So I'm going to, when you called and said you wanted to speak on it, it's like, we're going to give you the platform. I am going to say, brother, and I'm getting text that says that Don Bernanke will be on the roof with you next week. So let's go live when he do that.
You get a text message that says what?
I got a text message that said Don Bernanke said he'll be on the roof with you next week. Here's my thing, Pastor Brooks.
Good.
Right. I bet he will now for sure. I bet if he was having any...
Let me say this in his defense.
You cannot come on this show, bro, and put no defense on the same dude that told me I should not be able to... Go ahead.
Let me say that your show is about truth. And that's why I like you. That's why I love you, because you always allow the truth. Don Bernanke and Kurt, they were the first ones when we put out a CEO challenge besides Kane Grau to say that they would come up on the roof. So before any of these issues, before the press conference, before all of this stuff, they had already said, yeah, we'll come on the roof. And the reason why they said they'll come on the roof, because they are in favor of having a community center, because they know what a community center will do for the residents of Parkway, not just the residents of Parkway, but the residents who live in the Woodline area. It's only going to make our community better so that we can have the programs necessary. So
How much they put on it? How much they gonna put on it? Let's put a challenge to them right now.
They haven't put anything on it. They haven't put anything on it. And guess what, Maze? You know me. If they don't put anything on it, you ain't gonna hear me on the news talking about related is this, related don't do this. Man, listen, my blessings come from God, not related. So whatever God want me to have, I'm gonna get it, whether it's through related, whether it's through you or somebody else. But I don't work like that. I don't work like, related got to give me something. If they do, bless them. But if they don't, I ain't tripping.
So I would say, Pastor Brooks, your work speaks for itself. I would ask, what does Related's work in the city of Chicago say? I'd be curious. And matter of fact, maybe we should broadcast from Parkway and let's see what the people say. This is what I do know. That if it's something that's going on in Parkway Gardens, before I go all the way off, I'm going to talk to my man, Corey Brooks. That's why you are right here on the show. Pastor Brooks, let me ask you a question. They are teamed up. Related Midwest is teamed up, and I know you say you shouldn't be involved in the casino, but I don't know that. I was having this conversation yesterday when we talk about social justice issues and the role that happens. Oftentimes, we disconnect the economy of social justice issues from what is happening. And I think it does us a disservice. And I do think that we have to use leverage when we have it. And unfortunately, we as black folks haven't had the ability, have not been adept at using our leverage to our advantage. And I just want to make sure that before we sit up and vouch, and I'm not saying you vouch, but I'm saying before these dudes be the second bid of another dude, and we don't even know who the black folks are that are going to eat, who are going to participate, and it's going to be our people that are making them re-rich. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know that when you're doing $1 billion worth of work and you building new towers and you got TIF money and $500 million over here and we got O-Block, is it the families, do you think? Is it the people that, if they've done everything they're supposed to do you think it's the people and the families have failed the people in Parkway? What is the challenge?
Let me, Maze, you asked the right question. Let me just say something. Black people, we have to take responsibility for ourselves. It is not Related's responsibility to make people get up, go to work, make people go to school, make people get educated, their job is to provide a housing and functional housing and good housing. That's their job. They're not a social agency. It's the church's responsibility, not Project Hood's responsibility to provide these programs. So if I see Parkway in a situation, my argument ain't with Related. My argument is I got to go and get programs, summer programs, moving people all out of from welfare to work, getting those who are working, help them get better jobs. Those who want to be entrepreneurs, help them become entrepreneurs. That's what we need to do as a people. But blaming Related for social conditions, man, that's come on. That's such an error. That's a big leap. And I know people with sense, people with intelligence know that's a big leap. And let me just throw this in too, since the casino is a discussion. What we need to be talking about instead of Related is casinos a good idea for black people? Is having casinos in our neighborhoods a good idea, especially when we already experience crime, when we already experience poverty. So now you want people who are impoverished to take their hard-earned money that they're having trouble paying debts. Now you want to give them another addiction. Go gamble, go spend your money on the casino. Come on, man. And that's what we really ought to be talking about instead of talking about Related. We need to be talking about, is it a good idea to have a casino in a black neighborhood? That's what we need to be talking about. Is it a good idea?
What black neighborhood is getting a casino? Is there a black neighborhood that was on the bid that was getting it?
No, I'm saying, is it a good idea? Let me change the wording.
Okay.
Is it a good idea for us to be talking about black people and casinos? we need to be talking about what is casino life going to be like for black people. And I don't know. I don't gamble. That's the first thing. But I do know when you go over to Gary, to the casino, it's mostly all black. All of these casinos. So you taking money out of black communities and giving it to casinos. So that's what we need to be talking about. Not related, not Bally's, not whoever else is in the running, because I don't know. But that's what we need to be talking about. Black people and our economic situation. Not who's going to build a casino, who's going to get the because at the end of the day, ain't no black folk going to own no casino.
And to me, that's part of the challenge. I'm saying, like, even as we
no
defend,
black
that's
folk
but
own none.
So
not
I'm
Willie Wilson, no black people gonna own no casino.
So to me, then if we can't, then related certainly shouldn't, and neither should Neil Bloom, and neither should any of these people. I think the challenge becomes like this: if we gonna eat, if they gonna eat, everybody gotta eat, and we gotta use whatever tools are in the toolbox.
Hey, let me ask a question.
Go ahead.
Why y'all not discussing the other four?
I think the other four. First of all, I'm discussing them all. Hold on. Back up. Maze Jackson.
When I only hear and I'm just talking, I'm not defending related. Let me get it on the record. But when I hear people talking about 1 out of 4 out of 5 people who bidding, my first thing to come to my mind and intelligent people thinking, why aren't y'all talking about these other 4? What's going on with that?
Oh, so now, I think I'm just saying. So let's be clear. I know exactly where you're going. I know 100% where you're going. Like here's the thing. Everybody is put on a team, and everybody is using their pieces for the team. All I'm asking is who's advocating for the black team. And when you say ain't nobody gonna own no casino and ain't nobody got no interest, yes, there are people who have interest in gaming. But what we got is big feet, big people saying we'll move people out the way. Pastor Brooks, I'm going to tell you like this, brother. Your street cred is unquestionable to me. I'm not even questioning it. What you have done in Parkway, from bringing the school to bringing the resources to the community center, man, brother, when you had the Walgreens and you negotiated the deal, and I think people always want to find a way to try and label you because they can't put you in a box, right? They can't say, you say some things that, just like me, that ain't necessarily popular that people need to hear. I think that we need to hold all of them accountable. I think they just walked into a buzzsaw because, again, brother, they got a tangible example that somebody can point to. I ain't got no love for Bally's. I ain't got no love for Neil Bloom. I ain't got no love for nobody who ain't got no black ownership or no black partnership and ain't talking to us. So, Pastor Brooks, what's the day? What day is it gonna be warm up there, man? And can we get can I call them and have a porta potty delivered or something, man? Cause Jesus, you using like a pot.
Tell you this, that Todd Ricketts from the Cubs was up here, and he said, I'm gonna send you a better tent so that you can have meetings. So we have a big tent that's coming just for meetings, just for media. So I guarantee you will have a nice, warm, big tent to put your "What's in it for the black people" sign up behind you. All of that. It will look just like where you are now, and you can come any day you want.
Hey, man, I'm coming. Corey, I'm going to be on the roof. We're going to get a kick. Can I bring my cousin?
Yeah, you can bring the whole team.
Now, do you know my cousin, though? Do you know about my cousin? I got this cousin. You know what, Corey? We'll talk about it off air because you might not love my cousin. We just got to talk about the cousins at the church. Look, hey, man, it's my boy, Pastor Corey Brooks. He is on the roof. Hey, man, that's a pretty slick little backdrop, too, man. You know, you got to set you need to turn your. That's all right, man. When I come up there, I'm going to give you some design.
Come here, man. Give me some pointers.
Hey, man, I'm going to come up there. I'm going to get DJ Riis. We're going to have a party on the roof, man. We're going to get a DJ.
They've been talking about trying to have a house music party. I know you're a house.
I hate house music. We need hip hop. Nah, dog. You know what? Let me tell you what would be the biggest thing ever, dog. I know you're gonna laugh at me. I know y'all gonna be crazy, but you know, with everything going on, a big flex would be if you got your old block gas to do a show from the roof, bro. And then
So
turn
Dirk
that.
is coming. I just can't say when. We're gonna tape it, but he is coming to the roof, and I got some other guys who are in different other parts of Chicago who are coming to the roof, because one of the reasons why I'm on the roof is because I want to bring peace and reconciliation, and one of the ways to do that is I got to get to these hip hop guys who are, beefing with one another for whatever reason. So that's part of my objective too. So hopefully I can do that.
Call Doma T too, brother, because you can make that. Doma T, MTV News, right? Y'all can turn that into something. You should coordinate all that and connect the dots. Pastor Brooks, you my dude, right? So anytime, you know what I'm saying? Anytime you need to come here, anytime you need the mic, you hit me up. Man, I'm going to give you Riis number 2. So if it's anything we need to do. And next time you got some hot guests up there, man, don't be inviting me on the off day. Invite me on the day when it's kicking, when the money moving around. Because I'm going to tell y'all what. This is what I will tell y'all. And this ain't a bad thing. Corey Brooks has taken me to places that I didn't even know existed. Hey, man, Corey Brooks is one of the most unknown plugged mugs you ever meet in your entire life. And one of the wonderful things that has happened, which is why he be talking slick like this, is because he has cracked the corporate seal. He has figured out the way to bring corporate America. And I'm going to tell you, he's been blessed time and time again because of the fact that he doesn't go after the government grants. And when he hasn't, then people have doubled, tripled, and multiplied. I'm going to tell y'all go over and see what the resources that brother provides in the community. Like, not outside, not for us to judge, but what them people in the block and on the corner say. And see the respect that Pastor Brooks has in that neighborhood. And then you will see the work. Now, I ain't going to say the brothers drop the beat when they see him. But he can talk to anybody over there, and they going to listen. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Pastor Brooks, you got anything else you want to tell the people before you go?
Yeah, I just want to say, first of all, thank you for your show. And at the end of the day, whether it's Bishop Trotter, whether it's me, whether it's you, we all want the same thing, and that is for our people to have a better condition. And we all may approach it a little differently and see it a little differently. But at the end of the day, we all want the same thing. So I got nothing but love for Bishop Trotter. I got nothing but love for even those who have a different opinion than me. Let's just continue to work hard and do the best we can do. And even though we may be on opposite sides and see things differently, but at the end of the day, we all want what's best.
Hey, y'all, that is my dude, Pastor Corey Brooks. He is on the roof, 63rd and King Drive. He said one time he was on the roof to tear it down. Now he on the roof to rebuild it. And if I know anything, by the time that brother get off that roof, he gonna have that money in the bag. Cause them white boys is coming in all over the world. And I just think there's a lesson here.
Let me say that we got some brothers. We got some strong black brothers coming. A lot of strong. Like even today, we got a strong black sister coming. Taronda Jones, who played Portia on Empire, who's a producer and movie actress. She's got a lot of people coming through. So we got some strong black brothers and sisters. Maze Jackson coming. We got some strong black brothers now. Don't get it twisted.
And you know what? And let me make sure I'm clear about that. But what I do look at Pastor Brooks is, and I don't want to call him Robin Hood because he don't be robbing them. They give it to him. But he certainly goes to the white folks and the black folks, gets the money, and brings it back. And I don't think I've ever had a question about the evidence of the work that you're doing. Like, all you got to do is go on 63rd. Like, they can talk all the smack they want in the world. They can put all the name tags. But if you go over to 63rd and King Drive and you spend 45 minutes there, you will see the visible impact that this brother has had on that neighborhood, politics aside. Corey Brooks, thank you for being with us, man. I appreciate you. I'm going to have you and Pastor Trotter. I'm going to have me a church show because I'm going to talk about all y'all at the same time. Then I'm going to get it out, and then we're going to get this thing together. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Pastor Corey Brooks, we'll talk to you. Hey, man, I'll see you next week. I'm going to be on the roof kicking it. 100 days, though, dog. 100 days. Hey, man, I'm going to come by and holler. I'll be like, I'm a hunk.
Hey, you should come when the guy, Steve Murray, who helped found AOL, is coming up.
See that? Y'all, he said the founder of AOL. Ding, you've got mail. Remember that? Y'all tripping. It's the Maze Jackson Show. It's my man, Corey Brooks. We'll be back after these messages.
The Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break.
WIIFTBP. Shop at Black-owned and operated Solo Beauty, where you are appreciated and respected. Located at 8158 South Cottage Grove, Solo Beauty can supply all of your black hair care needs. Solo Beauty is open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., Tuesday through Saturday.
Introducing your trusted source for high-quality black emojis, better known as Blackmoji. We believe black is beautiful, and that beauty should be reflected in the digital market. Now there is an app that does just that, starting with Black Greek letter organizations. Blackmoji D9 offers more than an emoji app. It is a cultural experience of black excellence. Download the app in the Apple or Google Play Store to access a specially curated catalog of emojis representing the Divine Nine. Use the emojis to celebrate Black Greek events, acknowledge current events, support social causes, and learn about esteemed Black Greek members who blaze the trail of Black history. A portion of every subscription goes toward a scholarship fund specifically for members of Black Greek letter organizations to help keep the legacy alive. Download the Blackmoji app today.
Today, the Biden administration is releasing what it calls a new strategy to fight domestic terrorism. Following a 100-day review, federal officials are now laying out a new plan hoping to deter, detect, and prosecute domestic terror.
They went to the Capitol waving their flags and looking for smoke. He was out there looking for justice. They was over there looking for votes. Ashley Babbitt was with him and told all the people that nothing could stop us. She climbed through the Capitol window, breached security, and called a shot, bro. The media say she a veteran. They paint the picture to make her look greater, but she disrespected the same country that she served. That makes her a traitor. They was fighting police, resisting arrest. On God, I couldn't believe it. I guess blue lives only tend to really matter when it's convenient. Hey, these are the times we witness in history, all because they didn't get a victory. United States is so contradictory. We get equal rights, that's a mystery. Politicians, they more like magicians. You know they got tricks up their sleeve. We point out the flaws that's up in this country. You know they gonna tell us to leave. Somebody try to help me understand it. Always seems like a double standard. They be out here leaving us empty-handed to certain rights we are not granted. The media's the culprit when it comes to the comparison. Cause when it comes to race, they always changing up the narratives. Terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. And that's on the real. You know what we know, I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. And that's on the real. You know what we know, I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. And that's on the real. You know what we know, I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. We still out here trying to get our reparations, but the government pump faking out here hesitating. I'm out here trying to keep my peace, so I keep meditating. The media make us look bad, they taint our reputation. Look, it's so sad that COVID causing toe tags. You claim you so patriotic, but you ain't wearing no mask. You out here wilding with your MAGA flags and showing your ass. You wanna be part of some type of revolution so bad. Look, you talk revolution and constitutional rights, homie. I guess we forgot about back in the days when all of the business was whites only. Yeah. George Floyd got justice. Juneteenth got much respect. They made it a national holiday. Man, it's all good, but cut the check. They're giving out all of these vaccines, putting it in you like caffeine. Was it all in the part of the plan? I bet money like DraftKings. It's land of the free, home of the brave. 1776, we wasn't free till 1865, so we wasn't part of that shit. And that there is terrorism.
Back to the Maze Jackson Show.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. This was terrorism. Hey, man, they took my whole dang on show today, Riis.
It was good, though, man.
You think so?
Yeah, man. It's good when they, I told you that we, like our Ruthie always said, we need to, give back. And I think leaving out of here and if we can reach out to these communities, especially in Chicago where it is, O Block is really influencing people out here. Like a lot of people, these kids listening to music. And it's, and we just saw that boy make that video and then he was killed, like a week or two later. So I appreciate him. It's cold. It's cold in Chicago, and he on the roof for 100 days just to make a change. And he only one man, but hey, if it's him, then he might inspire one person, and then that person might inspire one person. That's all that we try to do each and every day. So man, I'm proud of him, and it's real good to see our black men doing something for.
Shout out to Pastor Corey Brooks. A lot of people were like, well, what happened to the $1 million he got from Tyler Perry? I think that the work, if you go over to 63rd Street and you actually go into his center, you can see it. You can actually see it. You can actually see it. You can also feel it. I am going to say I take umbrage with the defense. I feel like if that's the case, if they going to be multimillionaire investors, then like Alvin said, then get out of the business of housing our people. Right? So let me ask the question. Is there anybody that would move your family to O Block? Would you move there intentionally? Riis, would you? Why you make that face?
Yeah, in about 40 years. Once this be regenerated, and you be like, and I be telling my grandkids about, you would never believe with this old block, and it'd be all nice, but heck no right now.
So I can't ignore what we already know. Can we all agree that there are challenges in O Block? Can we all agree that it needs to be better? I guess my question, Riis, you ever had somebody to ask you to do another job, but they ain't did the job that they were supposed to do? Right? So they see you over here and they like, ooh, you over here making candy. But they started out on something else, so they came in on a whole different mission. And it's like, bro, they about to do $1 billion development already. Right? With $500 million in TIF money. How do you get rewarded? See, my challenge is we let these people come and walk around our community, and then they get to act like they bosses. And they make demands instead of taking direction. That was an interesting conversation contrasted. One of the things that I do feel like is if we gon' Riis, let me ask you. You ever been involved with I don't want to call it a violation. I don't know that you get to do us on one end and then, yeah, this is a very precarious position. I just don't know that we reward. Have we seen the tangible? Israel, tell me, have we seen the tangible results of the tangible benefits of these companies working in Chicago? Who black is doing better? And the other thing who black is doing better? Who black are the people that are making money off these multi-billions? And will that be an example of how they operate? I guess my question is, are we feeling like the company operates well already within the realm of Chicago, or are we going to just be happy with the expungements again? I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Riis, let me ask a question. Should the ownership of O Block have any impact on whether they are able to open a casino?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, he has this. He's the owner. Like the man just said, this man owns property where the water comes out brown. It's one of the number one worst places in Chicago. So,
does anybody live in O Block that could talk to us? Like, I would love to, and I don't know, but like I guess we got conflicting stories. We got Pastor Brooks telling us that anytime that there's no problems and that they have, they address it all. We got Pastor Trotter, Bishop Trotter saying, he got mothers in the mother's board. Now, I also think, Riis, that there are two different audiences, right? I think Bishop Trotter probably has super seniors, right? And Pastor Brooks probably has the guys. And so there's two different experiences. So the guys is moving around. You know what I'm saying? They still walking around. They in the mix. The seniors are still in the house. They ain't coming out. They ain't coming to the community meeting. Anybody, help me out. How is O Block? How is Parkway Gardens? Is it a wonderful place to live? A decent place to live. Who lives in O Block? Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Last time, because I know everybody refers to it, and it's almost like the first time I went to Compton. Right? You see Compton, or Marcy Projects.
I feel you. You went to Compton.
I went to Compton
it looked like a suburb, right?
Right.
That's what. Hey, I the same thing.
Long Beach, right? You seen all of these places, Riis.
Clean and everything. It's clean.
You like, wait. But now Compton, they moved all the black people out of Compton. They gone out of Compton and LA. Latinos like, hey, de Juan. That's what you would have been in Compton.
That's why I fit in.
They changed the name of Compton College. It's like they're going to do Malcolm X. Malcolm X is going to be Roberto Silva de Vida. Riis. Nope. Because I guess my question is, and I don't want to denigrate anybody's neighborhood, but I always was taught that past performance is the best future indicator. Right? Should those, and now let me ask a question, because I do think Pastor Brooks said, I think Pastor Brooks said what the McDonald's CEO said. How you going to expect Related Midwest to fix broken people? That was pretty deep, man. Riis, let me ask a question. You ever lived in the Jets?
Never.
Okay. Right. Look, brothers be like, never. Never!
Never. So I'm close to it. I lived on Springfield and Ferdinand.
Riis, can I ask you though? Is it the people's fault that the places be that way? Like, let me ask a question. So, like I always say, why would you tag your own elevator? That's what I say. I say, why would you pee in your own hallway? Right? Like, why?
If you knew better, you do better. I don't know. It's just,
So, is it a different caliber of people?
Of course, I think.
Whoa. You saying it's a different caliber of people?
Not everyone's the same.
Okay, talk to me.
Not everyone's the same, and it just can't, like, not even in like a bad way. It could just be on like how you grew up. Like, like you see some kids that grew up and cuss around their parents, and then to you, like, you cuss in front of your mom, but to them it's normal. So to them people, like, if your daddy was a GD and your mama was a GD, 9 times out of 10, that they don't train you to be in the gang life. So, it's nothing against you. It's just what you grew up to. So if I grew up and I've only known guns and tagging and gangs, this is my lifestyle. I'm a product of my environment. Unfortunately, this is what the community resources have given me, because 9 out of 10, when we do stuff and programs, is always outside of our community from what I used to do programs. So I just believe it's definitely a different caliber of people. Some people get it and be like, damn, I'm in the projects. Like, I know I got to do better and get out. And then that's when, like, you always see the game, like, oh, no, that's the nerd. That's cool. But then there's some people that just like, hey, I'm here. This is what I grew up to. This is all I know.
Can you do anything about them people? Like, let me ask a question.
You could try. But you can't save them. You know, you can try like people all the time.
So let me ask a question. Are there some places that you just can't fix? Like until you change the people there, you just like no matter how many times you fix the gate, no matter how many times you paint the hallway, no matter how many times you pour bleach in the hallway, somebody is gonna pee in the hallway, write their name on it, something. Is there is a place like Parkway unfixable?
I wouldn't say it's not unfixable, but I just believe that it need to be, shown different.
But how do you show them different if the dude that if I ain't gonna go over there and live, how am I gonna show you different? How do you know how to cut grass? How do you
somebody show you?
Riis. When you ever go to a place and you smell urine?
Of course.
How?
He said no. You said
how?
Have I ever went to a place
and smell urine in the hallway?
Yeah.
How?
How did I smell urine? I'm confused.
Again, somebody peed in the hallway?
Peed it, yeah.
How?
I mean, they peed on me.
In your hallway?
In my hallway.
How?
They couldn't make it. They just said, I'm pee right here and just pee.
Do they recognize they're going to smell it? Or they don't smell it? Are they immune to it?
I don't think they're immune. I just think they're just ignorant to the fact. They just, it's not really bad. Like I don't want to bad talk like somebody, but it's just sometimes that's how you just raised. Like you could just be raised or something, or like nobody really just taught you better. So I don't think it's the people. I just think it's the circumstances that
So are they?
They're not bad people. They just.
But let me just ask: are you bad people if you've partaken in the lifestyle and now you tagging, you shooting, you do you know that that's wrong?
Eventually,
when do you know that I probably shouldn't be writing on this hallway? I probably shouldn't pee in this hallway.
The day one.
So why do you do it?
Cause that's unfortunate what you was born into. I'm trying to see a way to
please explain
word
it to me. But if you know it's wrong and you know you gonna smell it, this is my question. Cause Corey Brooks said, sort of, man, Joe, you know who that is. You can't blame it related Midwest. You can blame them for the water, but you can't blame them for the broken gate because we going to break the gate because we going to pop the light post because that's how we getting down and this where we live.
I am still blaming you for it because I'm sure on everybody contract in there say I should have I came into a place that should have a working gate that, only the residents can go in and out.
So what if the residents break the gate?
Then you send listen.
Every day? What if when you send the maintenance man? So what happened when the maintenance man trying to fix the gate and the guys be like, touch that gate again?
Then that's when you need to either
they will touch that gate again, bro. You come back over here, you touch that gate again. We beating your
get security. Then
now security. So now you going to get security against O Block. King Von finna roll up, be like, don't touch that gate again. Well, not King Von, but you know what I'm saying. At what point, as the owner, do you tap out? Be like, this what y'all
want? To me, never.
How much money do you? What if you ain't got them? As a small, not related Midwest got a bunch of money, but if you're a small business guy, them people will break you.
No, that's when you start putting law enforcement, start putting cameras, start putting regulations. Like
we got the highest murder rate.
The same people that go to O Block, I guarantee they acting a fool in Evanston because they know you act a fool and you run a stop sign in Evanston, you're gonna spend a week in jail. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that. Like.
So we need tougher. We need to lock people up more.
No, I won't say you need to lock people up, but you need to
consequences.
Structure. Exactly, do something. I'm going to do as much as to you as you allow me to do. And that's what they think over that. You're going to allow me to paint on the wall. You're going to allow me to pee in your elevator. So I'm going to keep doing it because I see no wrong because everybody is doing it. It's real hard to explain. I don't think it's the people. Them same people can live in that if they fixed all the building and be like, hey, and they could appreciate it.
You think if they fixed everything in the building, painted it, cleaned it up, How long do you think it would take for it to go back to O Block if the same people still live there?
Or are we going to leave it under the same management that really doesn't care?
Or has been threatened?
I don't know, man. You gotta. I believe as a landlord, you gotta.
So you should start throwing mugs out. So if you
should. That's.
Well, what happened when you?
But you obligated. I'm trying to have a place here. Lil Ray. I got him on camera, Mom. I told you if your son spray paint this again, I'm gonna put you out. And now you eliminate it. Like you just gonna say like that's the only way. Like you have to put some force behind it. You just can't say like a little sign. Don't tag the wall. They gonna tag the sign too. But you have to put some. I believe that you have to put some structure behind it.
So let me ask a question. Why does that happen there?
Because nobody cares.
So if somebody went and cleaned it up and then so you saying it needs to be some harder, stricter rules.
I'm saying that somebody needs to care about them people over there. Them kids probably feel like nobody cares. So they feel like if nobody cares, I'm peeing in my elevator, I'm tagging this, I'm doing all this every day, and nobody is coming to fix it. They just saying about it. O Block probably one of the number one towns rapped about, and nobody cares. And nobody say, hey, let's fix this, let's change this. So these kids, they just sometimes don't know. This all I got. Ain't nobody coming to save it. Everybody in there, we dreaming to make it big, get out of it, and leave O Block. And those that do probably never come back and give back. So now it's the same cycle. Nobody's reaching out to these kids to show them anything different. So if I'm seeing the same thing and I'm a kid, it's just like birds of a feather. Like we always say this, flock together. If I'm in this environment, then that's more than likely what I'm going, do or become. We seen that in millions of movies. Boys to the Hood. You name a gangster movie, it's probably all gangsters and one person that probably want to change, and that's really how it is. It's probably if you take 10 people over there, probably only 1 or 2 kids is probably going to really make it out.
Do they know better?
Yes and no.
Explain it to me.
I know I shouldn't be doing this, but I'm telling you, it's like, what else? Who?
Does that same person keep a clean room? I'm asking this for a reason.
Probably not.
No. Okay.
Probably not.
House clean?
Probably. It all depends. I'd have been somebody at, like house in O Block and it was clean. House, so.
Right. Because I guess like what do you feel is yours protect worthy, right? Like how people keep their car clean or keep their clothes clean. What?
Well, people probably wouldn't like O Block when you look at it. I guess they could probably keep their inside clean, but when you look at places like that, sometimes people just don't care. Like, oh well, this is already crappy already, so I'm just here to really just pay my bills and get on about here, stay out the way, mind my business. Ain't nobody, black people ain't gonna tell you. I can be in the elevator with you, watch you spray paint and get out the elevator and don't know what's like going around, like we always turn our heads. So,
so if I say, cuz, we live here, don't spray paint the elevator.
Probably wouldn't be because now you 32 and you scared of a 12-year-old because he might shoot you. So you mind your business. You be like, hey, man, I'm going to go. I'm just going to work. Stay spray paint the elevator again. I'll just take the stairs next time. You know what I'm saying? That's how you, I'm just going to walk up 18 flights. I can't take this no more. Every time I come here. For real.
You can spray paint the elevator, pee in the elevator. They done turn the lights out in the elevator. I can't even get up the step.
But yeah, I don't know. I believe that, I don't know, we need to do something over there besides just rap about it.
Amen.
And we glory rap about it. That's what I'm trying to say. Like I claim,
I claim is the word being
right. That's what we glory rap. Yeah, O Block, we glory.
I'm no shade to O Block at all, but I do feel like when I was in Houston, Riis, do you understand when the brothers found out the barbers they couldn't even cut no hair?
You from Chicago?
You from Chicago? Man, you O Block? King. They knew people I didn't know. I don't know FBG. They knew everybody. What? They Riis. Yeah, man. They like these look like Lil JoJo, Lil Who. I be like, from Chicago, I ain't never heard of that. And they be like, man, he got 6 million views. I be on. Riis, is there a solution?
Man, reach out to these kids.
Put a fence around it.
Nah, man, reach out to these kids, man. You gotta. They next up.
But we reach out to them. What you gonna say to them?
Try to say, man. You can just try to say one.
Do I start over there? Or do I start at, at a different school, at a different location?
Man, we talking about O Block. Start there, but you gotta just show them something different. You know, some of them never even been out the neighborhood. You know, just show them something.
So what you do is say, pull up. Hey, want to get in the car, go out of town?
Nah, you just do some little programs. Hey, man, I got this little program right here. You know what I'm saying? Bring a bus over there. You know, just do something. Like you said, you know, like build a center over there or something where the kids can come and, you know, do after-school programs or do something. You know, try to, like, develop leaders. Show them that inside of their community is other people, you know, than Little Dirk, FGB Duck, and all them other people. You can, you know, have a different life than running around here being a gang banger, shooting it and everything. But it just has to be something different. If this all I see, this is really, even if I know it's not good, but this is all I know, it's probably what I'm going to do. If all my family been drug dealers, it's a great chance that I'm going to be a drug dealer. Unfortunately.
And your parents don't stop you. They welcome you in. So let me ask a question. Have the parents failed them?
I wouldn't say that, because you never know what that parent can really go through. If that parent has a child and it's a single parent, you know, man, that parent might have to work 16 hours. So, you know, if I have a child that's old enough to take care of you, 14, you in high school, hey, you know how to cook, clean, and them times where, yeah, I got to work and you at home, but like now you're like, hey, man, you know, man, my mom ain't here. I can do whatever I want to. So it's really not your mom's fault, because I'm trying to do the best I can. I can't, if you need me to be the best mom I can, I got to work this. So my part of you, I need you to be my child. I need you to do certain things. You know, at a certain age, you have to take responsibility for it. So I don't think the parents fail. If I'm working as hard as I can't be in two places at once. I did all I can.
Do it the best you can. I would sing that if I was talking to Church Chicago, but since I ain't talking to Church Chicago, I would be singing, do it the best you can. Man, Riis, that was deep, man. You be having some philosophical, hey, man.
I say these kids, I'm telling you, that's a lot of things that saved me. I was in a group with a Pyramid, and I was like 14, and I watched so many hood, I knew these guys. I'm talking about these guys.
You watched what you said?
A lot of hood guys, come in this program, because Iris Calloway, my auntie, she had a program, and she would look, and she was in our church, and she would try to get kids to show them how to interview, show them what clothes to wear for an interview, how to answer interview questions, give them jobs, and the whole training, bus fares, so the kids can make it to school. So it was no computer classes teaching them. A lot of them people was in gangs, and as the older they got, changed because somebody reached out to them, you know. And instead of me saying, "Hey man, I need some money, I'm gonna go on the block," this person said, "I'm gonna get you a job." And that's what we need to do. We need to reach out and just help them. And I guarantee you, man, because they up next. So if they up next and they get grown in 15 years, what you think they kids gonna be like? They kids gonna be like. They got to break somewhere.
Hey, Riis, that was good stuff. Interesting. Tell you what, man. I was going to talk a little smack today. Did I tell you I got a phone? No, I ain't going to even tell you. I was going to tell you I got a phone call. Some people ask me, they say, "Hey, man, when we teamed up with you, we thought we was going to get the bang, boom, pow." And I said, "You're not really teamed up with me." And they was like, "Wait, but we thought." And I was like, "You thought wrong." Riis, I had the opportunity yesterday to do the devil's business. I did. Huge sports franchise called me. Say, we got a question. Riis, some days, let me just say, and I'm going to say this real quick, and then I'm going to let this be. If I had beef, truly had beef, trust me when I tell you, you would know. Again, I'm going to say, I mind my own business. Again, I'm going to say, when the people call, you often have two choices. Tell the truth or lie.
You know which one, depending on me.
Well, here's the thing. Tell the truth, lie, or just be quiet. Yesterday, I chose to be quiet. I need to say, just because we used to say all the time, you got the mic, there's a lot of power behind the mic. That's if you have the mic. If you have, anybody can have a mic. Anybody can have a mic. But the power is behind the mic. So remember that. Because the truth is verifiable. I'm going to leave it at that. This is the Maze Jackson Show. Every single day I ask the question, what's in it for the black people? So for Maze and Riis and Ruthie, man, Todd. It be sometimes I'll be like, Todd.
When you say coming back, he said,
I don't know, because whatever day he say, it's going to be the day after.
Todd said he be using his FMLA. He don't know what you talking
about.
Man,
let me tell you, see, Riis, you know about FMLA too, don't you? You probably done used it on mug sometime. Somebody, man, I hate FMLA. Anyway, for Maze and Riis, Ruthie and Todd, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show. Asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? If you don't like it, you can still tell them. Maze said, we out of here. Peace.
Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gon' sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to Senate.